Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 SCORE World Desert Championship Awards. It is about go time, but before we get the party started, we want to throw it over to Steve Hansen with Chaplain Racers for Christ to give us tonight's invocation.
Hello, I'm Chaplain Steve with Racers for Christ. Just want to take a moment to honor Robbie Pierce. He was such a pioneer to our community, always developing better and better safety products, not just to make a profit, but mostly because he wanted to keep us safe, and that was his priority. From head to toe, he always, from inside the car and outside the car, he always was keeping us safe. And I got to know Robbie many times. Not in the conventional ways, but generally in the emergency rooms, quite honestly, when he would be there to check on either a fallen racer that he maybe sponsored or one of his customers, just wanting to make sure they are safe. And a handful of times I was always himself, but he always had a smile, and he was always happy to see me, and I was always happy to see him. So it's with a sad heart to know that he's no longer a part of our community, but I just want to take a moment and a moment of silence for him as well before I pray. So please bow with me. Father, we just thank you so much for the people that you've put in our lives, and Robbie Pierce is definitely one of those that we'll never forget. Such a pioneer, like I said, to our community, and just helped our community in so many ways to make us safer and make safer as individuals, but safer as a community and all together. But Father, we think back to all the great memories we've had of him, and all the great memories we've had because of him. And Father, I just pray for the people we've lost this past year, like Robbie Pierce, and those that inspired us, like Kim Block, and those that inspired us that are closer to our own tent, our own home, and our own lives that we've known personally that we've lost. And we thank you so much for them. And Father, we thank you for nights like this, where we can celebrate all our accolades and celebrate the things that we've accomplished in this past year. And as we bring in the new year of 2023, that we just ask that your favor would be upon this community, that we would continue to race and operate in a way that honors you in all that we do, and that your favor would be upon us, and that we would continue to develop a greater racing community of closeness and tightness and even profitability. Father, again, we just thank you for this evening and all the lives that are here and all the people that they represent. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you.
Very well done. Now I'd like to introduce to you SCORE International's General Manager, Mr. Juan Tintos Fonke, and Race Director, Jose Grijalva, with a special presentation and some special SCORE recognition awards coming up next. Making their way stuck in traffic over here like the 91. Appreciate everybody coming out. It's great to see everybody here for a live awards banquet finally. You could take either one.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of Jose and myself, as well as all the SCORE International staff, we want to welcome all of you to the award ceremony of the 2022 SCORE World Desert Championship. It's great. It's great to be here again.
Great to be here.
It's great to be alive. great to be back here after 3 years. Tonight we honor those who have contributed in making our 2022 race season truly a memorable one. We're happy to see so many friends and familiar faces here tonight. We've got the Macmillans, we've got the Vildosolas, we've got the Wilsons, the Novelos, the Sarabias, Duran, Quesada, just to mention a few. We are honored to have with us tonight, as Rat would say, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Sal Fish. Where are you, Sal? Where is he? Is that the bar? No. We're also honored to have several dignitaries that have come from Baja California to be here present tonight. And of course, some of our SCORE staff here is also our version of trophy legends, Lawton and Christine, somewhere around here, and Dominic Clark, and some other members of the SCORE staff. And we also want to give a very special welcome simply to the two people that make all of this possible, Roger and Elise Norman. Let's hear it for them. How do you see the room, Jose?
Well, it's pretty packed. Super happy to be here again.
I think we've got about 470 people here tonight.
Yeah, doesn't seem like it, but it's a lot of people.
Yep. To organize the best off-road races in the world requires a team effort. That's why we want to take this opportunity to thank all of those that made this possible. Thank you to all of you, the race teams. Thank you for trusting in SCORE and participating in our 2022 season. According to our numbers, we had 1,031 participants in the 4 races from as many as 24 countries in the world and 38 states in the U.S. Thank you to all of our sponsors for your tremendous support through thick and thin, and for your great support and partnership in helping us put on these 4 races. We also want to thank the municipal, state, and federal authorities of Baja California and Mexico, the ejidos and landowners, which if we wouldn't have their permission, we wouldn't have a route.
Yeah, there are partners also, so big hand
Yes.
for them, please.
Yes. And as you remember, back in 2020, we were able to put on our 2 most famous races. Then in 2024, we put on all 4 of them. Unfortunately, we couldn't have all of our race activities, and those activities that we did have were closed to the public. So we want to thank all our loyal fans that are watching right now through live stream and who are here today. I think some of the teams told us they've never seen so many fans out on the route as this past year.
Yeah, well, also the Baja 1000, the last peninsula run, I think that was a record-breaking one.
Yeah, I think everybody was tired of being home and just wanted to go out and see the best off-road racers in the world. We also want to give a special thank to our SCORE staff from both sides of the border. They do an incredible job, whether if it's in an office, out on the route, Jose and his crew out at 2, 3 in the morning marking the route.
2, 3 in the morning, 24/7, they're outstanding.
Yes. We want to thank all the SCORE staff on both sides of the border. We couldn't have the races if it weren't worth them. Thank you. As I mentioned before, we have some special guests and dignitaries here tonight. And as you all know, all 4 of our races last year took place in Baja California. And we got great support from the Baja California state government with the issuing of permits, environmental manifests, resources, promotion just a tremendous, tremendous support. So we want to recognize the Baja California State Secretary of Tourism, Miguel Aguiñiga, represented tonight by Undersecretary Jose Quiñones. Thank you for all of your support. And Jose, if you can come up here to pick up your plaque. Pásale, por favor.
Señor Quiñones.
Pase, por
adelante.
favor. These guys help us with Mexican customs, immigration, National Guard, Navy, Army. They help us get all our permits. So we really appreciate all of their support.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, SCORE. And I just want to remember that Baja California is ready to welcome you, also for racers, its family, and also all the SCORE international team. We're waiting for you for the calendar for this year. So hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Three of our 4 races last year took place in the city of Ensenada. And as all of you remember, we were able to go back in front of the Riviera del Pacifico. What a better place. You can't think of a more beautiful
No,
place.
we've thought about other places, but there's
Oh,
no
yeah.
other place.
And to put on the races in Ensenada, we received all of the support of the municipal government. That's why we want to recognize tonight and thanking for coming here the mayor of Ensenada, Armando Ayala Robles. Please come forward. So all the police support, all the logistical support that you see in all the races is thanks to the support of the municipal government and Mayor Armando Ayala Robles. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I feel very excited to receive this recognize. The race is a good event to our city, represent $26 million every year. I want to say thank you, Roger, Norman, and Elise, to make it happen. We are ready to this year to have 3 more races, and the next year to thank you, everybody.
Dale, gracias.
Last year's routes, our 4 races, totaled 1,926 miles. Much of those miles were included in the new municipality of San Quintin. You remember San Quintin used to be a municipal delegation of Ensenada, but 2 years ago became a municipality in itself. So we want to recognize all of the support that we received from Jorge Lopez Peralta. He's the president of the San Quintin Municipal Council. Representing him here tonight, and she came all the way down from San Quintin, is City Councilwoman Celeste Gomez. Si por favor puede pasar. Thank you, Celeste. She'll receive on behalf of the San Quintin Municipal Government. She says thank you.
She's like I am.
Now, as you know, we have always been striving to innovate every year, and a lot of people ask, what are the guys at SCORE going to come up with this year? So this past race season, we had several innovations regarding motorcycles. And tonight, I want to give the mic over to Jose G, because he came up with this idea of getting someone that can be our spiritual leader for motorcycles.
Yeah, he's here, so we really want to thank Andy Kirker. If you can come up, please. This guy, I mean, I don't have enough words to express the hard work, all the heart that he puts into this. I mean, he's an angel for us. Oh yeah, it's angel
Surprise,
anthem.
surprise.
Wow. Thank you. Wow, this is an honor. Thank you. I want to thank SCORE family for welcoming me into their with open arms to be a part of this awesome organization, sport that I've been involved with for over 50 years, and just so proud to be able to make a difference and help the moto classes especially. But I also want to thank this guy, Jose G, for listening to me and putting up with me, and SCORE listens. They've been implementing a lot of things. The last year and a half, we've done tremendous amount of improvements in safety for the moto classes, and the other classes too, just going on. So, and one last person I want to thank is my wife for letting me go to Mexico once or twice a month and putting up with my passion here, and we're here to make SCORE Motos great again.
Yeah, we are.
Thank you, Andy.
But we see you every week in Ensenada. Yeah.
We'll see you Monday. Don't party too hard. And thanks to Andy's support, we've noticed an increase in the number of
Yeah, increase and less accidents. They're happier, and this is what it's all about.
it's awesome
Safety
job.
and making it fun.
So when you guys see us put out the route and we tell you it's open for pre-running, I think you guys have an idea of what goes behind that. All the hard work with GPS files and going through there. And then when you have the route, almost you put the team together to go out and mark anywhere from 350 miles to 1,000 miles. So he's not here yet?
No, he's actually stuck in traffic, but we do want to thank Alejandro Nunez.
Yes.
Hopefully when he gets here, we'll bring him up here. 'Cause
Okay.
this guy has gone above and beyond anything we've. I mean, it's
Yes.
just awesome guy. So we'll wait until he gets here. We'll interrupt whatever Rat's doing, and we'll bring him up here. Okay?
We just got a message. Says, Jose and Juan, thank your wives. Thank you. Thank you to my wife. Jose, you want to say something to Alicia?
Thank you.
Thank you.
They have pictures of us like in the rooms because
Thank you.
we're never there.
For all of your support. We have a plaque for them, right? Yeah, we'll give you that. Well, as you may remember, back in 2020, despite the tremendous impact of COVID-19, we were able to put on 2 races. Our sponsors, some of the teams, the fans told us, well, if you're going to put on 2 races, might as well be the 2 big ones, the 500 and the 1,000. That year, if you remember, we celebrated a very special edition of the Baja 500 in San Felipe. It took place, and we were able to do it in great part because we developed a pioneer COVID-19 biosecurity protocol. Remember, like 200 pages, 50
It was
photos.
the first one in Mexico,
video.
and we did it. So we were the first ones to actually do a massive event,
Yep.
and it was in San Felipe.
Yeah, I think we were even nominated for Off-Road Hall of Fame, something like
Didn't
that.
win, but yeah.
You didn't win, but that's okay. We were nominated. And also, thanks to the great support we got from the then mayor of Mexicali, Marina del Pilar Ávila Olmeda. The mayor And she's been described like a trophy truck going through El Diablo Dry Lake. That's her political career. That's how fast she has moved from federal congresswoman to mayor to now the first woman governor in Baja California's history. Well, she was elected mayor. She took over on November 1st of 2021. And the first event she went to was the Baja 1000 in Ensenada.
Yeah, she was there on the second day of contingency, and it was a surprise for us, and she had a blast. She got to live with the party and everything, so she loved it.
And this year, Governor Marina del Pilar even stepped up more and lobbied with us with the, basically what, he's like the vice president of Mexico, several secretaries of energy, economy, tourism, a great, great support, and it was really, really, we were really happy to see this official support to have all of our races. Since the beginning, whether as a mayor or as a governor, Marina del Pilar Ávila Olmeda and her cabinet have been staunch fans and supporters of SCORE. Having mentioned all of that, we at SCORE International have determined that Baja California State Governor Marina del Pilar Ávila Olmeda is the recipient of the 2022 SCORE Person of the Year. The governor, unfortunately, had to go to Mexico City to get more resources to put on more SCORE races. So let's hear it for her. So, but she sent us a video that we want to project, and I'll read what she says in English after the video. So, roll it, guys.
Amigas y amigos de SCORE International, las carreras off-road son toda una tradición en Baja California, con ya 50 años, atrayendo visitantes de todo el mundo y bienestar para las miles de personas que viven de la actividad turística. Estas carreras representan una amplia cadena de valor al incluir hoteles, restaurantes, tiendas de autoservicio, transporte, entre otras importantes unidades económicas. En nuestro gobierno hemos emprendido un trabajo coordinado para que las carreras fuera de camino más importantes del mundo se realicen sin contratiempos. Quiero agradecer a Roger y Ellis Norman y a SCORE International por confiar en nuestro estado y sobre todo por la distinción otorgada a mi persona como personaje del año. Ustedes muestran al mundo entero la belleza de Baja California y traen el bienestar a miles de familias. Sigamos cosechando éxitos y siendo un referente del automovilismo a nivel mundial. Muchas gracias.
Friends of SCORE International, the off-road races are a tradition in Baja California with over 50 years taking place, attracting visitors from all over the world and generating wellness for thousands of people that live from tourism. These races represent a wide chain of value, including hotels, restaurants, shops, transportation, among other important economic activities. In our government, we have undertaken a coordinated effort so that the most important off-road races in the world take place without any setbacks. I want to thank Roger and Elise Norman, as well as SCORE International, for having the confidence in our state, and above all, for the distinction given to me as 2022 SCORE Person of the Year. You showcase to all of the world the beauty of Baja California and generate wellness to thousands of families in our state. Let us continue achieving success and continue being a worldwide reference for motorsports. Thank you very much. So we want to ask Undersecretary of Tourism, Jose Quiñones, to come back to the stage and please receive the 2022 SCORE Person of the Year Award to Governor Marina del Pilar Ávila Olmeda.
Oh, thank you once again. On behalf of the governor, thank you for this recognition. We appreciate it. And once again, you are very welcome to Baja California. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that about wraps it up for Jose and me. Final comments, Jose. How do you see the 2023 racing season?
Well, just don't expect less than what we've done before. Lots of surprises, lots of new, old. I mean, you know what we do.
We've got 4 races. We know some of you guys have already been down to San Felipe, and we're very, very happy that we're going to have our 50th anniversary celebration, including 1 year ahead of time, a Baja 1000 Peninsula version. But this time, we flipped the coin. So we were saying, what can we do different? And some of you guys have been telling us, and a lot of people in La Paz, why don't you guys start in La Paz? Well, they're still partying since we went down last August and told them. We just were there on Wednesday and Thursday. They're so excited. And we're going to have a major, major week of activities for the Baja 500 in Ensenada. Because our historian, Dominic, told us that the first race that SCORE organized in Mexico was actually a Baja 500. So thank you for coming here tonight. We'll pass the microphone to our good friend. I didn't recognize this guy. He's so thin.
He showered.
I know.
Thank you, everyone.
We usually see him about 3 in the mornings at the ramp there, but he looks chingon. He looks chingon.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Juan. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate it. Let's have one more round of applause for these guys. They do so much work to keep this series up and going and keep you guys out there and racing on some epic horses. And this next guy I'm getting ready to introduce is another behind-the-scenes guy that does so much to just create how massive this World Desert Championship Series has turned into. Up next, we're going to have SCORE Vice President and the Sales and Marketing Director, Mr. Jim Ryan, for some very special sponsor thanks and some marketing updates.
Thank you, Rat. Welcome. It's great to see everybody again. It's been 3 years since we were able to do this. Obviously getting through the COVID years. As we know, and I think it's been said, it's hard to recognize a lot of you. It's great to see everybody dressed up and cleaned up. We usually see you in helmets, hats, glasses, driving suits. And that's just at the beginning of the race. By the time we see you at the end, it looks like you guys all aged about 10 years. You can thank Jose G for that. But it's all good to see you guys. We're here tonight to celebrate all your achievements for the 22 season, which was basically our transition season coming out of COVID. The 22 season was once again returned to our traditional areas on San Felipe at the oceanfront Malecon, and in Ensenada, the historical Riviera Cultural Center, locations for the Baja 500, Baja 400, and Baja 1000 events. This brought about an increased entry counts for all of the races, along with expanded media coverage and our major increases in SCORE social media assets. As the fan base was allowed back, and same with the industry attendance and participation. A major testament to the 2022 season that reflected the spirit and competitive nature of the racers competing last year was the number of teams earning the Rod Hall Milestone Award. We welcome Toyota Escondido as this year's award presenting sponsor, which illustrates their passion and commitment to all the SCORE racers. There are 54 teams that overcame all the challenges that were thrown at them that they had to encounter this season, setting a record for teams, earning the prestigious award for finishing every mile of every race. The main item here is the pre-planning, logistical planning, and above all, the never quit attitude that embodies the whole spirit of the award from Rod Hall. We'll get into this, showcase this presentation later on tonight, but just wanted to thank Toyota Escondido up front for taking the step up to help support that. For sponsors, for the 2022 SCORE World Desert Championship season, return to the former traditional racing activities as we just talked about. Unique challenges, we must recognize the support and partnerships with all our sponsor base. Without them, all our successes and the ability to even make all the races happen would have been much tougher, if at all. So at this point, I'd like to introduce and recognize our sponsor base. First up, BF Goodrich Tires. If you could come to the stage, Mr. Harold Phillips. We've got to thank Harold. Harold is actually the BF Goodrich Global General Manager. He probably has 100 other places to be tonight, but he chose to come to our awards ceremony. So as soon as he gets here, let's give Mr. Phillips a huge hand. Thank you, Harold. Go ahead.
So just real quick, on behalf of BFG, thank you, SCORE, but thank you to all of our drivers having the faith in our product. You guys race hard, and it helps us to develop our new products, come out with better and better tires for the future. So thanks for your trust in our brand.
Thank you, Harold. BFG had a number of landmark events happen this year with the 100th overall win at San Felipe. That's a major milestone. Congratulations there. But they followed it up with 2 more overalls at the Baja 500 and the Baja 1000. So off to that next tier of accomplishments. So congratulations there. At this time, we'd like to recognize the remainder of our sponsor base. Unfortunately, they could not. Most of these could not be here tonight due to other industry events happening in our industry and in the automotive industry in general. VP Racing Fuels recognize for their support. King Shocks, Polaris RZR, Monster Energy, Ford Performance, Optima Batteries, Raceline Wheels, 4-Wheel Parts Wholesalers, and PCI Race Radios for all their support and making sure these all things happen. Let's give them a big hand for all their accomplishments. Fast marketing overview, there's a lot of accomplishments that occurred last year to help grow the sport, grow exposure for the teams and the sponsors. All our marketing assets continue to grow and gain market share in 2022 for exposure for the SCORE World Desert Champion, the series, the sponsors, and as I said, the participating teams specifically. All these always come to a head pinnacle of exposure at the Baja 1000 every year. And this year, our assets did just that. Starting with the SCORE Journal, our preview issue in October, that's out the entire month of November, generated 2 million viewers on their digital publication, and our Spanish edition, digital-wise, did over 500,000 views. So that was a new record for that type of operation. Again, coming back to normal, and the Baja 1000 being that anchor point. Our new website was launched in July. We'll get into that a little bit later, but it generated 1.9 million audience views, fueled by special features that we integrate into the website for race weeks only, which includes live tracking, the live streaming, the actual live streaming is embedded on the homepage, so it gets tremendous. It's a tremendous draw for the website in general. And also shared with many of our SCORE sponsors, share our live streaming. And the Weatherman auto feed is also embedded on the website, and of course, the all-important race updates. So it's a big punch, and it obviously draws a lot of attention. The SCORE app, we had 164,000 downloads on race week, of which we had 512,000 total sessions. Our live streaming program, which is a work in progress, we'll get into a little bit of that. For the Baja 1000, we had 617,000 viewers with 6,700 engagements. This is just for contingency and race days. So we're happy about that. We expect some massive growth on that for 2023. And finally, on SCORE social media, for the November time period, for all the pre-promotions on the race, this goes to the formula for all our races. The pre-promotion, the actual race time period promotion, and the post follow-up for all the champions and all the special other events that took place. Total for Facebook, we generated 2.8 million views for that time period and 232,000 engagements, which we're very happy with. Instagram, took a big leap because we're feeding that system more, and just where you guys are looking at things in our fan base globally. Instagram had a massive jump, and we did 2,163,000 views for the month of November and 128,000 engagements. So close to 5 million overall in terms of views and 360,000 engagements for the month of November around the Baja 1000. So that's all good news for all of you from an exposure standpoint, for sponsors and teams. The TV production is always our last bastion of exposure for all our races. It follows everything, but this year for the Baja 1000, it was actually out 3 weeks after the race. That's unheard of. Normally it's been 6 to 7 weeks. So I have to congratulate that team. It actually aired on December 11th, and that's the final exposure tool for any of our races. So the marketing assets setting up for 2022, we introduced a number of new items that will propel 2023. First of all was the introduction of the new SCORE fan pages. Hopefully some of you have seen it. Every driver and rider of record since 2017, we built a web page for you. It has all their stats. It auto-populates all the editorial that comes out of SCORE Journal, the videos that are done, and your placements and how your finishes are going throughout the season. I have to do a special call out to Jack Wright from N Media 3. He built this system, and it was kind of his baby, and he spent months and months and months on it. He's also the same guy that we've been forcing you guys to do, finally show up and get your portraits taken. A lot of that was for this and for the website and for the TV integrations. I'll say more on that later. The introduction of the SCORE website, we completely redid the website and relaunched it in July as a content, much more friendly and much more aggressive with news and videos and racer information, of course. Basically the exposure and the audience views are 5 to 10 times what it was at the beginning of the year because we finally shifted to something more updated. So we're very happy with that. SCORE live stream, a work in progress. We've been on this thing for years. The continued development and investment has been heavy duty for technology, equipment, and programming. The new Starlink systems that were introduced last year, we tested them all season and to get them ready for 2023. So this will allow us for continuous content out on the courses. In-car cameras, in-car audio, drone shots, permanent stations, all that will be fed into a brand new control room, network style, network level type of broadcast control room that's being built in our El Cajon facilities. Roger and Aaron Lobb and others have been working on that nonstop, and that will push us into almost a network level of making sure that your coverage of the races and all your activities get covered. The SCORE Off-Road TV launched last year. It's an exciting new video on-demand TV platform hosted on the SCORE website, mobile Android and iOS. It will be integrated into Apple TV and Roku television, so you can watch it at home, all our live streaming and our movie platforms. So we'll also host the SCORE live stream on this off-road TV next year. Past race coverage, TV shows, all the way back to 1967. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, it's pretty amazing what they've been digitizing over the years. Finally, 2023, the brand book has been out since the beginning of October. We do this for the sponsors. It's a kind of a report card on SCORE marketing assets, how they've performed, and they've all grown again. But the biggest item, the 50% of the reason we do this is for all the teams to have a data packet to go to their current sponsors and to go to potential sponsors that you want to have involved with SCORE. And this gives all the numbers from the SCORE Journal Digitals to the live stream, et cetera, et cetera. It's available on the website. It's under the marketing tab. You can just download the link and you can show it to whoever you want. So I highly encourage that you do that. So that's kind of our bridge. It talks about 2022 numbers as we enter 2023. but it's a 2023 intro that we've already started on at all the trade shows. The 2023 season, as you all heard earlier from Juan and Jose and from all our promotions, it's a very special 50th anniversary of SCORE as a continuous operation as a racing organization. This will in turn elevate the race activities and the participation coverage and the industry press and global press in terms of what the exposure levels we'll be getting out of that race. From a sponsor support for next year with the races, our 4 iconic racers are returning, as you know. The SCORE Baja 500 and Baja 1000 will remain with B.F. Goodrich as Tires as a title sponsor and 4 Wheel Parts as a presenting sponsor. King Shocks will be back as the title sponsor of the SCORE San Felipe 250. VP Racing Fuels will once again be the presenting sponsor of the SCORE Baja 400. On an additional note, Ford Performance has just signed a new 6-year agreement with SCORE, so we'll be doing a lot more. You'll find out in the near future what will be coming down the pipeline in the next many years in our involvement with Ford and vice versa. But now, I'd like to basically have a special announcement for the night based on 2023. We would like at this time to announce our latest SCORE sponsorship partner as with One World Ventures, better known to this crowd as Baja Vida and Baja Jerky. So they're stepping up and being involved with their series in a very big way as official snacks of the SCORE World Desert Championship. But not only that, they're stepped up as the presenting sponsor of the San Felipe 250. So the race will be known as the King Shocks SCORE San Felipe 250, presented by Baja Vida Snacks. So at this time, I'd like to call up Chris Voorhees, the Brand Activation Director at Baja Vida Snacks, for a quick word. I know you're here somewhere. Oh, yeah. All right. All right, Chris. Looks like you have a fan club already.
Some people like us. Well, this is a huge honor for us to get involved with SCORE. We really give a huge thanks out to Roger Norman for putting this together, and huge work by Jim Ryan here to make it happen. We're huge fans of this sport. We've got, one of the greatest drivers on the planet, Larry Rossler, under our belt, and we're excited to get that TT out here there again next year, as well as looks like we're going to put a Class 11 out there at the San Felipe 250. So we just want to thank all the SCORE family and everybody out there in Baja. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. We're finally going to be for sale in Mexico, so now our Mexican fans can actually have our product. But just wanted to say thanks to everybody for embracing us and loving us and supporting our brand so we can continue to support SCORE and all of you guys racing. So thank you guys very much.
Thank you, Chris. So, the introduction. Right now, we have a very special guest as we head into 2023, the 50th anniversary. At this time, I'd like to call up Sal Fish, former president and owner of SCORE International. Come on. Where are you, Sal? Big hand for Sal Fish. Over here. Sal agreed to come down here and visit us again, and he's wanted to get a little bit of his inside impressions from the early days, starting when he started and the conversations that occurred, and then all of a sudden, it's 50 years later. Let him talk.
Jim, thank you very much. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Roger and Elise and the entire SCORE staff for keeping the great sport of off-road racing alive. You guys have done a fantastic job. Just look out here today at this younger group. I'm looking out at a very large age difference than when I started SCORE with Mickey Thompson back in 1973. So Roger, Elise, the entire SCORE staff, thank you very much for letting me be here this evening. It's a real pleasure and honor. I want to congratulate all of the winners this evening. I want to make this short because, as Jim said, 50 years. Well, as those of you that are old enough that have gone to a SCORE drivers meeting when I was holding it, they would go on. And I'm not going to do this evening so that we could really honor the people that should be honored here tonight, that are the 2022 champions of the SCORE Off-Road World Championship. You know what? I don't, you know, it's hard to really put in words some things that I'm thinking about that, you know, a lot of people have a plan when they grow up and they want to be a doctor or a lawyer or a dentist or a family man or a car dealer, whatever it is. And I really didn't know what I was going to do. I did have a great family. My mom and dad and brothers were terrific people. And I think I was really blessed. I went to a Catholic grammar school, a Catholic high school, went to the University of San Francisco, a Jesuit school, and came back to Los Angeles to live at home and try to figure out what I was going to do. And a friend of mine, who was the publisher of Carcraft magazine at the time, said, you know, I need an ad salesman. I think you would be a good ad salesman. And so I went to work for him, and X number of years later, I became the publisher of Hot Rod magazine, which I was not a good student in college. I certainly wasn't an English major, and I was having a hard time putting paragraphs and sentences and pronouns and syntax together. But here I became the publisher of the #1 automotive magazine in the world. And it gave me the opportunity to meet all the different racers in all forms of motorsports, the manufacturers in Detroit, things of that automotive industry, and legends at that time. And we'd do stories in the magazine, obviously, about those people. And one of the persons was Mickey Thompson, who I knew about because we did articles on him, and he was a land speed record holder at Bonneville. And again, I was living an incredible life at that time. I was obviously much younger. That was over 55 years ago. And traveling around the world first class, because Peterson was a first-class operation. And to put it bluntly, I had it made. I really did. And at the time, we did an article on the Revell model car kit, which was a Baja Bug. And I went down to their offices in Marina del Rey at the time. And they were really a nice couple, husband and wife, that ran the company. And they had a model car kit, the Baja Bug of the Revell, that they were going to build as a model car kit. And they said, you know, we're going to enter this in the Baja 1000. And it was the Nora at that time, Mr. Perlman, and would you like to drive it? Now, I was not a race car driver. I was a publisher of a magazine, although I went to all the races, every form of racing, motorcycle racing, boat racing, car racing, you name it. So I said, yes, I'd love to. Well, I had no idea really what the off-road event was about. I had been to Mexico in 1954 when I was in grammar school. My parents took a drive, and we drove all the way to Mexico in a 1952 Chrysler New Yorker with the air conditioning outside. It was really quite an experience. But anyway, that was my introduction to Mexico. Went down for the Baja 1000, fell in love with Ensenada and Baja and the Mexican people. Got the bug, so to speak, about what off-road was about, met just the most incredible people. There were the hotel owners of Baja and you racers. Yeah, some of you kids here, a couple of fathers are here that I met at that time, and families. And, you know, it was so to speak, it was a lark for me. It wasn't a profession. Because I was doing what I was doing as publisher. But it was exciting as can be. And I would go to drag racing, I'd go to Indy, I'd go to Daytona, I'd go to Le Mans. And it was fine, but they were all making left-hand turn and right-hand turns. They weren't going up and down through washes, through silt beds, doing what you guys do and ladies do every day in off-roading. Well, I obviously met Mickey Thompson at that time, and I'd see him at the races, and he actually said, you know, I'm going to start a organization because the organization that was putting on the race has been asked to leave Mexico, and a governor's son is going to be putting on a race in Mexico, but they'd like me to get involved, me being Mickey Thompson, to help promote it. And I said, gee, that's a real nice idea. And that was the end of that conversation. Well, I got invited to go down to Mexicali to meet the governor at that time in 1970, late 72, to help promote the sport by the magazine. And I actually flew down with Mickey Thompson because he knew I was going to go, and he called me up. He says, hey, you're going to go down there. Why don't I fly instead of driving? So I flew down. We had a great meeting in Mexicali, super time and everything, and come back. And I'm sitting in the plane with Mickey, and he's the pilot, or he's flying. I think he was a pilot. I'm not sure. He's flying like he drove his race cars, absolutely out of control. And he said, you know, I want to start this organization. I don't want to help him. Let's start this organization. He says, I'd like you to be president. And I looked at him and I said, what are you talking about? President of what? You know, there's nothing here. I like going down to the race, but no, you know. Well, for a year, I'd see him at different races, and he kept on telling me, I'm going to start this thing. I want you to be the president because you know all the manufacturers, you know the sponsors, you know how to publish a magazine, blah, blah, blah. Well, he's a very convincing guy. A year later, I gave my resignation at Peterson 6 months in advance, and I want to give a plug for a sponsor. The fact that I was putting on a golf tournament in Akron, Ohio for the tire manufacturers. I met the people at BF Goodrich, and I told them that I was going to leave Hot Rod, and we're going to start this organization with Mickey Thompson, and why don't you come down? It'd be a great opportunity for you to explore what Baja's about and build a tire. And I'd like to, and I know that I'm not supposed to be the guy thanking sponsors, but I'm going to do it. BF Goodrich is here, and I'd like you were there 50 years ago with me, and you're here with Roger and Elise and the racers, and you do a great product, and I think that's a great thing for BF Goodrich. Thank you for supporting our sport. It's really great. So fast forward X number of years, Mickey and I went down to his office to work. Mickey is an incredible individual, street smart, street fighter, innovator, but our personalities were like water and oil, salt and pepper. You know, we were just two different guys, but I appreciated what he was about, and I think he appreciated me for what I could bring to the organization. And I realized that I could not work with Mickey with him over me as every day. And so I told him that, you know, I just couldn't continue doing this. And he says, well, move out, but you won't last 6 months. Well, I did move out. I paid him every month. I disqualified him, for those of you known in a Parker race, and he was my partner. Anyway, it did last. So here we are 50 years later. I made it almost to 50 years. I lacked about 10, I think, when I had the opportunity and the pleasure to save my life by Roger and Elise wanting to take over the reins of SCORE. And I look at it today, 10 years later, and I know that I made the right decision. I think that what they bring to the table, what they're bringing to our sport, was way beyond my education and my age with technology. Was that my wife or was that? No, but my age and technology from the standpoint of what it takes to be a global event, which SCORE is today. And I think for you people who are sitting here enjoying it as an adventure, it's more than that now. The recognition that our sport, that Roger and Elise have brought to the table, is unbelievable. So I could go on, believe it or not, and I know that this is not about me tonight, it's about you people here. So I am going to get off, but the SCORE Journal is doing a, oh, there you guys are. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were standing behind me. Excuse me, brother. Jim, you're doing a, is it going to happen every SCORE Journal, or? They're doing, I'm not off yet, but they're doing a, I think the first installment in the SCORE Journal is my recognition of what happened back 50 years ago, and we're going to try to, if I could stay alive long enough and remember what I did for 49 years, we're going to try to tell some stories. So again, thank you for allowing me to be up here. Thank you, Mexico. Thank you, people, for making an incredible life for me. Thank you very much.
Don't go away, Sal. We would like to now move on to a major award that we'd like to, special award, why Roger and Elise and Sal are up here. For the past 49 years, SCORE has presented hundreds of awards for many different reasons and recognitions. This year's recognition is very fitting at this point in time. This year's recipient, as he would describe, has been around the block for a while, would be an understatement. He'll be starting his 40th year in 2023 as Special Independent Counsel to SCORE International. In addition to his myriad, way to go. In addition to the myriad of other duties as SCORE Media Operations Director, including writing a plethora of SCORE media releases, overseeing SCORE media registration for 150 individuals per race, and contributing significantly to the SCORE Awards Night Gala. He published the SCORE Race Day souvenir program for 29 years. He was also the PR man for Roger Mears Racing for 7 years, including Desert Racing, the Mickey Thompson Stadium Series, and the Pikes Peak Hill Climb, along with 5 years as the media, marketing, advertising, PR consultant for the old Las Vegas Speedway. Is there anything you haven't done? Because of this passion and commitment focus of making SCORE media operations function, and for the bigger picture, making sure SCORE racing activities were covered by not only the core media entities, but to expand the coverage into mainstream media on a national scale for newspapers, magazines, and TV news coverage. At this time, it's our pleasure to announce Dominic Clark as the SCORE Media Operations Director, SCORE PR, and historian as the 22 Legacy Award winner.
Well, to think that I'm surprised is an understatement, because for these 40 years, I just thought I'd been doing my job. And to receive an accolade like this is rewarding, it's humbling, it's also undeserved, because, again, I try and stay behind the scenes, and you guys, all of you, are in front. And that's how I've always operated, and I appreciate this opportunity. And as I think about it, you know, SCORE's done a lot of awards for 49 years, but this is only the 4th time that SCORE has given a SCORE Legacy Award. And the 3 previous individuals were incredible people and did so much for the sport of desert racing, and particularly SCORE, in Jerry Herbst, Rod Hall, and Oscar Kawanichi, okay? And so I'm thinking about this just now, and I'm saying, all 3 of these wonderful gentlemen have all passed away. Am I getting a message from SCORE You know what I mean? I hope not. Roger? Elise, I hope I'm not getting a message. But it's been a great ride, and I'm thankful that it's not over. And first and foremost, I want to thank God who has given me whatever talent that I have and the perseverance to keep going for this many years through this many changes in life and in our sport. And I am thankful for the SCORE family that has supported me and assisted me. But most of all, this evening is all about you guys and your accomplishments for this year. So I won't take up any more time, and I just thank you and thank SCORE for recognizing me in this way. And I look forward to another 40 or so years. Okay, thank you.
Well deserved right there. He keeps us so informed. If you get the emails, lots of emails he sends out, lots of hard work he does. But now it's time to presenting our SCORE Awards. We also have a few honorees that we're going to be showing their videos throughout the rest of this special evening. And up first is our SCORE Off-Roadmen's Awards. These awards are based on SCORE membership and public voting through our SCORE International website. And they only were allowed one vote a day this year. And over 7 days, 8,700 votes were calculated. So that's huge. Thank you all for voting for these Off-Roadman Awards. And our first SCORE Off-Roadman Award is SCORE Mechanic of the Year. And there are our runner-ups. And the SCORE Mechanic of the Year award goes to Andres Lecher Rodriguez, Vildosolo Racing. You do the next one. Lechero has been doing this for so many years and definitely one of the best in the game. Congratulations. You got a few words you want to say?
Wow, I'm overwhelming. Good evening, everybody. I'm really surprised for this. It's the third time I ever win this, but I never come and pick it up in front of this big crowd. So I'm very, very happy to share with you. So I want to thank you I'm so nervous. I want to thank everyone, SCORE, for giving me this opportunity to win this so beautiful trophy. And I want to thank everybody that voted for me. They think I deserve it, so I'm very happy to win it. And also I want to thank everybody in our team, Vildosolo Racing, because I got nominated because we won the championship. So I think everybody in our team, every single individual person in the team, everybody was doing pits, chasing, giving drink to the drivers in the pits. Everybody helped me to win this. And so I'm very happy. I want to thank Vildosolo Racing to give me this opportunity to work this season with them. It's my first year with them, and we raced 4 races in this season, and we won 4. And we won the championship, so I'm very happy because the driver did a good job. Well, and I think every mechanic and every trophy truck and every team deserve one of those trophies because I know they work very hard. We work like 200 hours, 250 hours in between races. And I know everyone deserves one, but today I'm the one that waited. I wanna say, congratulations to every mechanic because I'm a race car mechanic, and I know what it takes. It takes a lot of passion and time, and a lot of mad work to prep one of those trucks. It's not an easy job, but that's what I like, and I want to thank everybody to show up tonight and be here with me when I win this award. And very quick, I don't want to take that long, but I've been a race car mechanic for over 2 decades, and I want to thank Spur Leduc today because he was the first one to give me the opportunity to work in a race truck. And also I want to thank my mentor, Jim Blackmore. He's in here right now. But I know he will be very proud of me. And also I want to thank the Huseman family because I learned a lot from them. And also I work for Papa Samir Racing. I learned a lot with them. And Rob McCacken gave me the opportunity to work with him for 9 seasons, and I learned a lot from him. He teach me like we had to finish every race, and always he find a speed and make the trucks better in between races. So I got this in me. And so it's one of the things I want to say tonight. Y ahora les quiero decir todos en español a mis compañeros de equipo que les agradezco mucho, a todos los que hacen pits, que nos acompañan en las carreras, en la oficina, a todos los que nos acompañan, nos ayudan para que el equipo sea mejor y tengamos mejores resultados. Y quiero agradecer a todo Vildoso Racing que está ahí. Muchas gracias, Gustavo, toda familia, Tavo, todos, Javi, que me dio la oportunidad de trabajar con ellos. Muchas gracias, les agradezco mucho.
Pretty cool to see that 2 years in a row that he's got that. I think we got that other mic on here. All right, we're going to move it right along here, and we're going to go first, moving on to our contingency of our sponsor contingency rows, and that's going to be the 2022 Score Contingency Company of the Year finalists are Ace Uniforms, Ba Designs, B.F. Goodrich Tires, King Shocks, and Rugged Radios. And your winner is B.F. Goodrich Tires. And it looks like Nate Hunt's going to go ahead and accept that award.
I just want to thank B.F. Goodrich for continuing to support SCORE and the racers with contingency. And congratulations to Luke and Rob, who pretty much took all our money this year. So congratulations.
All right, we're going to move it along next. Rat with the next one. We'll get back on the program here. Rat, journalist.
All right, now we're moving into the 2022 SCORE Journalist of the Year. And your finalists are Austin Farmer, Gabriel Garcia, SCORE Social Media, Mike Inglesby, Dan Sanchez, and Alejandro Zapida. And your winner is Gabriel Garcia of SCORE Social Media and El Vigia newspaper.
Gabriel Garcia for Ensenada. Unfortunately, I can be in the 2022 SCORE Desert World Championship Series Ceremony Awards. But thank you for all the racers, all the viewers, all the race fans, the chase guys, the race teams, all the people who vote for be the 2022 Journalist of the Year. It's something great for me, for all the guys in Podium Media Company and the newspaper El Vigía in Ensenada. I'm going to be ready for this season. And hopefully, I hope, ladies and gentlemen, can have a great night in San Diego. Hola para todos, les habla Gabriel García. Pues esto es parte de lo que quiero dar gracias aquí en la ceremonia 2022 de SCORE International, el campeonato mundial. Muchas gracias a toda la gente que votó, a los corredores, a la gente de prensa, a la misma gente, a los aficionados, a la gente de los equipos y especialmente muchas gracias a todo el equipo que conforma Podio Media MX, a Hansel Mendoza, al doctor Jesús López Gorosabe, también a Osvaldo Carrillo, a Jaime López, también a Aldo Galván, a René Echeverría. Todas las personas que fueron parte de este logro importante a lo largo del año y también de Periódico El Vigía, donde he contribuido en el último año, llevando para todos ustedes diferentes noticias de las carreras fuera de camino y sobre todo a mi familia. Gracias y se siente uno bastante orgulloso de ganar por cuarta ocasión este premio. Así que pasen una excelente noche y lo mejor para todos ustedes en este 2023.
Our next award will be SCORE Photographer of the Year Award. And your finalists are Brian Binkert, Bink Designs, Art Eugenio, Get Some Photo, Jason Zindrowski, High Rev Photo, and Ernesto Araiza, OffroadRacer.com. And your winner is Ernesto Araiza, OffroadRacer.com.
Hey SCORE, what's up? Ernesto Araiza here. Sorry I cannot be there. As you can see behind me, off-road season already started here in Baja. so I'm between shoots. But yeah, winning this award for the second time, it's a very special feeling. Last year when I won it for the first time, it showed me the importance that this has for my career. But not just that, like it showed me how much people is behind me supporting what I do, and yeah, it's a very special feeling. It's amazing. So I want to start thanking my parents, who are my biggest supporters, my wife, who without her I would be lost, to my mentors, my friends, and my fans. All of you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is something surreal for me. And yeah, this year I'm restarting my career as a freelancer, so I hope to keep bringing you guys beautiful frames for this beautiful sport. And yeah, see you guys in the dust. Thank you, Score, and see you guys here. Bye.
And big congratulations to Ernesto on that. Well, now we went from still, now we moved into live motion. It's time for the Score Videographer of the Year for the 2022. The finalists are Bud Bretzman from BCII TV, Aaron Bryant from Turn 2 TV Productions, Justin Chasen from Menzie Motorsports, and John Tuba from Tuba Art Films. And your winner is John Tuba, Tuba Art Films.
Hey, this is John Tuba with Tuba Art Films. I want to say thank you to Roger Norman and Score International for including someone like myself, the media, as part of the year-end awards. It's really cool to get some recognition for some of the work that we do out there. 2022 was actually my 20th year shooting off-road racing. Thank you to all the teams that work with us. Thank you to a lot of the other camera guys that help us out. Bobby at 239 Films was a big part of our program this year. He helped out quite a bit. I also want to say a huge thank you to Concrete Motorsports, Kevin Thompson, Harley Lettner, for having me out at every race in the 2022 season. Just at the Baja 1000, down there hanging out. Me and Harley were hanging out next to the truck. I just got done hooking up some cameras on the truck, and this local father and son come walking up, and they ask me if they can take a photo. So instantly, I'm just like, well, I'm not the guy. This is the driver of the truck right here. You want the photo with Harley? And the kid says, no, you Tuba, Tuba Art, and so. Pretty cool. It's extremely funny, because it's just like you had to turn to Harley and tell Harley, go ahead and sit this one out, Harley. This one, I got this. So pretty cool just to see the Baja fans, not only want to take photos with the drivers of the truck, but some of the camera guys that have been down there, putting in the work. It's cool to see that them tuning in to what I'm doing. So again, I can't say thank you enough to everyone that voted. Everyone who tunes into my channel and puts our videos up in their race shop. Like I said, this was my 20th year doing this, and this was my first time ever getting an award for it. Once again, thank you guys, and hope you guys all have a great night, and wish I could be there. And we'll see you guys out in the desert in 2023. Cut.
Well, a big congratulations to John Tuba. Man, I'll tell you, he's got some sick videos, and I'm not surprised that he won it all. Hey, pretty cool to see that Ivan the Iron Man Stewart's off-road racing game in there. Gotta love that. Well, hey, how about we give away some awards here for some of our racers? We're gonna kick it off here with our championship awards for tonight for the Score Sportsman Points Champions. We are now going to recognize these great performances from the 2022 Score World Desert Championships. We're going to kick it off first with the Score Sportsman Quads. In third place, Juan Gonzalez from Ensenada, Mexico on his number 104 Honda TRX 450R. In second place, Dario Robago Morales from Ensenada, Mexico. He rides the number 103 A Honda, another TRX 450R. He's got 2 wins. But the man's going to take away that top spot in first. Fidel Gonzalez from Mexico, riding his number 225 Honda CRF 450X. And he's got 2 wins. He just edged them out just by a few points. A great battle. So let's go ahead and bring them up, give them their awards.
Buenas noches. Pues primero agradecer a Dios por permitirme estar aquí, por haber permitido ganar este campeonato. Pues es de todos los corredores que participamos en las carreras, de la familia de todos, los preparadores de la moto, a don Efraín, a Gilberto Pérez, el Filemón, todos los corredores, el Doc Carlos Servando de San Felipe, a Efraín Vázquez de Guerrero Negro, Efraín Vázquez de Guerrero Negro, José Luis Montoya de Mexicali, a Marcos Cusiño de San Quintín, a mi amigo Sol de ahí de Mexicali, y a mi hija que me acompañó en la Baja 1000, y pues agradezco a todos los patrocinadores, a mi amigo Adolfo Loya, que siempre nos está apoyando, y pues a todas las personas que siempre nos siguen a través de la página que tenemos, y pues agradecer a todos, a Dios, arriba la Baja California Sur y puro vizcaíno.
And a big congratulations to him on that victory there. That's always great to see him come on with that plaque. We're going to move it right along here to Sportsman Moto in 3rd place from San Felipe, Mexico. Riding the number 225 Honda CRF 450X, Jason Lopez. In 2nd place from Tecate, Mexico, David Navarro. Ride the number 214X Yamaha YZ450SX with 2 wins. And our overall winner from Mesa, Arizona, Dustin Davis on the number 2017X Gas EX300. Go ahead and bring him up.
Just wanted to thank 3 people real quick. My buddy Mark, I'm probably the most competitive guy in this room, and he put up with my shit all year long. Andy Kirker for making motos great again. And my beautiful wife Nikki for letting me go to Mexico 18 times this year. I never went to Club Hong Kong. Thank you.
Pues primero que nada quiero darle gracias a Dios por hacerme cumplir un sueño, a mis papás, mi familia, a todos los que nos apoyaron. La verdad es un sueño muy grande cumplido para mí, estar corriendo a mi nombre, y a mi papá que siempre me apoyó, y a mi mamá. Quería darle las gracias a mis patrocinadores, Coin Powersports, CRT, Ride Baja, Washo, Laguna Construction, AA, AMS, Baro, Nicho Racing, Kamikaze, Shilpi Racing, Baja Meat, y a Arturo Salas, papá, y Arturo Salas Jr. por todos los consejos que siempre me dieron. Nos vemos en la 250. ¡Shoo!
Congratulations to all of our sportsmen division right there. Now we're going to move into the Score Manufacturer of the Year. These next awards are given based on points of podium finishers who have identified their respective manufacturer on their official race registration. So basically what that means is whatever builder the chassis or whatever manufacturer the moto takes the win. And we're going to jump right into the original buggy chassis manufacturer of the year, and that is Alumacraft. And I don't know if we have anybody from Alumacraft here. We do. They're coming up, all right, from the backside. Everybody knows Alumacraft. When you look in the Class 10s, pretty much almost the whole field are all those arced lid, bad to the bone Alumacraft cars. It's great to have these guys up here. And we'll let them have a few words.
How's it going? We'd like to thank all of the customers that trust us to build their race cars, pre-runners. We're lucky to be able to align ourselves with a lot of amazing families and people in this room, you know, that trust us with their lives and safety, and we take it very seriously. We'd also like to thank SCORE for putting on such great events and a fun night where everybody gets to get together. Like to thank the guys at the shop. They're an integral part of this. We can't do it. We're lucky to have an amazing group of guys that we get to work with every day. And I'd like to thank my wife for holding down the fort when I spend all the late night hours at the shop. So thank you very much.
I'd also like to give a big shout out to Las Lomitas Racing for their Class 10 championship this year. We had the pleasure to work with them on building their Dream 10 car, and we're very happy to share their success. So thank you, SCORE, and thank you to that team, and thank you for the award.
Congratulations, guys. Now this next class has been really heated because I'll tell you what, the trophy truck class has some bad to the bone builders in it. Our next award is going to be the SCORE Original Truck Chassis Manufacturer of the Year. And the 2022 SCORE Truck Chassis Manufacturer of the Year is, he called it, Mason Motorsports. And we got Neil and Robert, I believe, coming up. And there they are. The men with the master plan. It's just amazing where these unlimited SCORE trophy trucks have gone over the years and now into the all-wheel drive. So congratulations, guys.
Thanks. Man, it still feels like a dream. Like a little kid, you dream about building race cars and work hard, and one day it comes true. I can't thank everybody enough. My wife, she put up with me for a long time. Lots of work, and all the guys at the shop, I get to draw pretty pictures on the computer, design my dreams, and then it's their responsibility to build them, and it's his responsibility to manage them. So I'm a pretty lucky guy. All of our customers, man, for believing in us, we couldn't do it without you guys. You got to take care of the truck. You got to drive it to the finish line. You guys are where the real magic happens. We're just glad that you trust us to be a part of it, and thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, we really feel blessed to have, you know, the customers that we do and the teams to put the trucks together, get them to the race, the drivers to get it done. You know, the chassis is part of it, but really it's the team and the preparation and the guys out on the course that get it to the finish line.
Congratulations, guys. We'll see you in San Felipe.
It's going to get loud. All right, moving it on. Congratulations to the boys of Mason Motorsports again on that. That's so awesome to see. Really came out swinging. Well, we're going to get into the Engine Builder of the Year for SCORE. The 2022 SCORE Engine Builder of the Year is, wait for it, Dugan's Racing Engines. And I believe Ray Field's going to come on up and accept this award. He's still walking a straight line, so I think he's okay.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Listen, I wrote some things down because, well, it's kind of hard to remember everything when you're my age. So, you know, we're here this evening to accept the SCORE International Engine Builder of the Year Award. First, I would like to thank my wife, Stephanie, my son, Ryan, my daughter, Ashley, for allowing me to chase my dream. I want to thank Roger and Elise Norman and everyone at SCORE International for everything that they do. Without all of their hard work, we would not be here tonight. So thank you. I'd also like to thank all of the people in Mexico for allowing us to come into your country and to race and allowing us into your community. So thank you for all of that. You know, next, I'd like to talk about everybody at the shop. And, of course, it's Dugan's and Rancho Drivetrain. Everything, and I mean everything, that makes all of this happen happens back at the shop. And it's all of the people that work so hard to do this. You know, Kyle and I are out at the racetrack supporting these race cars. But, man, it's all the guys at the shop that make all this happen. So thank you to all of you. I have a little special something for Kyle this evening. You know, Kyle, I can't thank you enough for all of your time and effort. You know, I know you spent a lot of time away from your family and your home, and thank you, Bree. But, man, I just couldn't do this without you. There's a couple more things. The Mason Motorsports guys, they're at our table this evening. You know, we were talking about it, and I remember they were talking about doing an all-wheel drive, and they're like, what do you got for an engine? I said, well, we're working on this new big block. And he said, let's try that. And it's just been that kind of relationship. They use other engine builders, and that's great. But those guys are badass, straight up. They have done some amazing things, so congratulations on your Chassis Builder of the Year. You know, for us, where's Gus Vildosola? There you are, Gus. Woo! You guys did it, man. You won 4 races. You started 4, and you guys won 4. Gus. Ricky, Steve, Tavo, I know, man, the whole family, this has got to be so special for you guys, so congratulations on your championship. I got some folks right here with the McMillan group, and I really wanted to congratulate you guys for kicking our ass all year long. Just straight up, man, you guys have dominated. You've won the Ball 1000 3 years in a row. That means something. So congratulations to you guys. This one's a little harder, and it's talking about Robbie Pierce. I don't need this phone to do this. You know, Robbie, it was Bill Barnes, Robbie Pierce, Mike Jolson. If you've ever had the 3 of those guys together, it was quite an evening. But Robbie took me under his wing early on, and I know every single person in this room has been affected by one way or another what Robbie Pierce has done for all of us. He's helped us with safety. He's helped us with SCORE International. He's always supported this program, and he always supported us. And I just am going to miss him so much. Right? So, Robbie, we miss you. And I have one last thing to say. It's just been an incredible year. I mean, here we are after this COVID bullshit, to be honest with you. And now here we are up here standing together. We're eating, we're drinking together, and we are celebrating an amazing year. So SCORE, thank you for everything you do. I'm humbled and honored to accept this trophy. And everybody, thank you for everything. And congratulations.
Wow, how do you follow that, Ray? Wow. Congratulations to Ray Field, and that's pretty cool. All right, we're going to move it along here. Still got a lot of awards to give away tonight, so we're going to kick off here with the SCORE Original UTV Manufacturer of the Year. And the winner is, for the 2022 SCORE Manufacturer of the Year, Polaris Industries Off-Road. And I don't think we have anybody accepting that. I don't know if they have the video, but we'll move it on to, of course, the 2022 Motorcycle Manufacturer of the Year. For SCORE Manufacturer of the Year, KTM. I believe we have a video, possibly, no? No one? Okay. Well, next, exactly. We'll move it right along for you. We're on your program. Well, just real quick, we got a lot of awards to give out here. We have 54 milestone awards tonight, so we're going to get to that in a little bit, but I want to make sure you guys get all ready for this. We'd like to ask all the drivers and riders that earned the 2022 milestone award to come to, I don't know, we'll kind of stage it close to the area, or at least be ready. I know it's kind of hard to navigate through there, but we're going to have a lot of you come up. Just to let you know, they all have your names on them this year. They're not just a regular award. So we're going to have A through L, which would be my right side, which we call stage right, and M through Z over here. So just be prepared. So at this time, as you guys get ready, get that last cocktail in, I'm going to bring Rat back up here in a minute. But we're going to give away a couple more awards. And that's for the Pro Quad Ironman. For first place, Fele Lopez from Puerto Rico. I got to say, cool thing is they just flew in for that. They're hanging out down in Mexico. I know they're here. It's always a cool story. These guys never pre-run. They just say, okay, we got off the plane, let's go race Baja. So that's pretty good. So Fele Lopez rides that number 83A Honda TRX 450R with 3 wins.
Primeramente quiero dar gracias a Dios por permitirnos estar aquí hoy, darnos salud y vida. Quiero ¿escucha bien? Sí. Quiero gracias a Dios porque estamos aquí hoy, por darnos salud y vida. Quiero agradecer a todo mi equipo, que si no es por ellos no estuviésemos aquí. A todos los auspiciadores, gracias a ellos, y a todas las personas que nos apoyaron durante este año. Así que esperemos este año volver a hacer el campeonato.
Big congratulations to him coming all the way in from Puerto Rico for that. Now we're going to go ahead and move it to Pro Quad. Guess with all the technology here, we can't get a taller microphone, but there we go. I think I fixed it. In third place, Ricardo Villafana from Calexico, California, riding his number 1A Honda TRX 450R with 2 wins in third place. In second, coming to us from Tecate, Mexico, it's Hector Chavez on his number 31A Honda TRX 450R. And our overall winner from Mexicali, Riding that number 7A Honda TRX 450R, Luis Villafana. And I'm sorry, it was Hector Chavez. I missed on that one. Jumped ahead. We got a couple Villafanas. So we got Villafana, Chavez, and Villafana there. So, speak it up, man.
Gracias. Primeramente quiero darle gracias a Dios por permitirme estar aquí, ¿no? Nunca había estado en una premiación. Mi hermano creo que ganó primer lugar. Pues es mi último trofeo, creo, de score. Porque pues me retiro, ¿verdad? Pero quiero darle gracias a toda la gente que nos apoyó, mi esposa, a mi amigo Chanate que me trajo para acá, a su familia. Quiero darle gracias a Baja Racing Gear. Son muchos patrocinadores, ¿verdad? A Coin Motorsports, DPU Racing, Bandol Brothers, GPS, Born, Taller Amarillas, Alba Racing, Máxima Racing Oils, Calexico Desmantelers, Pastelería Tentaciones, a Mike's, a Romsa, a Service, K9 Tires, Axis Racing Shocks, Revolcados por su apoyo, a Caifas el Mecánico, Transporte Reyes, a Soluciones en Cartón, Juan Manuel Piñuelas, LB Cali y Party Rentals. Y pues a todos los que hicieron posible esto, este reconocimiento como tercer lugar. Muchas gracias.
Now we're going to move into the Bad Boys of Moto, hands down the roughest way around any of these courses on a dirt bike. These are our Pro Moto Ironmen. In third place, out of Grass Valley, California, riding a Husqvarna, Paul Hart. In second place, out of Canada, number 739X, Aaron Richardson. And your Pro Moto Ironman champion for 2022 in first place out of Oak Hills, California, riding a Husqvarna, Brandon Wright. We'll let these guys make their way up here. Congratulations on your third place.
Thanks. Let me put my stuff down here real quick. Mainly, I want to thank my wife, Julia. She's in the crowd right there. She was a huge help this year. I really appreciate that. And, of course, Score International, Andy Kirker for helping out with all the moto stuff. My mechanic, Ryan Chamberlain, 707 Suspension, Rigid Industries, Ride Dunlop, Motion Pro, Nitro Moose, Mojo Motorsport, Almond Ale House, Finny Design Co., Taco Moto, No Toil, Guts Racing, Sierra Motorsports, Auburn Extreme, Arcade Chain, Giant Loop Moto, Reading Dirt Riders, Johnson Trail Services, MCMA, 707 Trail Riders, and Nevada County Woods Riders. Thanks a lot.
And second place, Aaron Richardson.
Hey, thanks to all the organizers here, everybody, Andy Kirker especially for doing what he's done for the motos. I'd like to thank my family, my parents, my girlfriend for supporting me throughout the years, all my friends for coming out and helping chase and stuff like that. To Troy Lee Designs, to Knight Rider, Carlos Baja Pits, to my competitors for keeping me honest throughout the whole race and pushing me. And yeah, just thanks to all you guys and all the people in Mexico for just being so great. Thanks.
Congratulations. And the champion, Brandon Wright.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Glad to be here. Got a bunch of sponsors. They all know I appreciate them, but my friends over there, Jeff Hill from Baja Bound Insurance, always helping us all out. Ryan Liebelt and Justin Schultz from the 400X team. Eagle Roofing Products. Thank you guys, my wife, my family, everybody.
Aaron Richardson back here. This dude's a stud. He deserves this just as much as me, so I hope he gets a bunch of credit. These guys, both of them, Paul Hart, badasses. So thank everybody.
You guys are all badasses. Iron Men. No way, nothing more gnarly than that. We're going to move into our Pro Moto 50. Thank you, guys. Move into our Pro Moto 50. In second place out of Peoria, Arizona, riding that Husqvarna 450, Vance Kennedy. And your winner, the Pro Moto 50 champion for 2022. You've all probably heard about his bad accident. We're going to give him some time to give up. But your winner, out of El Cajon, California, now living in Rosarito, on that 500X Yamaha, Mr. Giovanni Spinelli. And if you didn't hear, he had a bad get off at the 1,000, busted, fractured his back, his leg, both his legs, his arm. So it's really good to see him up here and making his way up to the podium once again. This is his 5th championship out of 10 years in racing. That is a huge feat in itself for Giovanni and his stellar team of racers that help him get it to the finish line. We'll let him come on up here. He's got some good assistance over there. We got Vance Kennedy up here. No, maybe didn't make it. So Gio, it's so good to have you back. You're looking good. I know you're feeling a little bit better, but it's going to be a long road to recovery. Congratulations on your 5th championship out of 10 years, man. That's a huge effort.
Yeah, so Paul and I don't know where Paul went, but Paul and I started Hero Racing in 2012, so we've been doing this for about 10 years. And we actually started it so that we could give back to orphanages and veterans that had needed prosthetics, things like that. And at the same time, we got to do what we love, and that's race motorcycles. So we've been doing it for 10 years, and we've won 5 championships. And this last one hit a rock, and that's all it needed to happen, I guess. But I've been recovering, and it's been tough, but I'm almost back. And just want to thank everyone who backs us, Dunlop Tires and Vase Power Sports, Carlos at Baja Pits. He's always helping us out, and I don't know what we do without him, because so many pits through all these races, he's been there for us. So I want to thank my girlfriend for taking care of me and chasing. You know, she's down there chasing. I want to thank my teammates, Troy, John Griffin, who's not here, Bill Sorrow, Earl Roberts, and I want to thank Brian and Armando and everybody who's part of this team. I may be the writer record, but it takes a team. So I want to thank everybody and thank everybody who's reached out to me and prayed for me, and I'm going to be okay.
I just want to say really quick thank you to Roger and Elise, and it was great to see Sal up here again. But for us as like moto guys, you know, it's pretty dangerous. We've been around for a while, and we only have 2 wheels, and when something comes up, it's usually really, really bad. And but one of the people that has always stood by us and has helped us and has been our angel in the desert is looking down at us right now. I just want to say we miss you, Coco, and we wish that everybody remembers him and keeps him in your hearts, okay?
Congratulations, guys. And Gio, heal up quick, man. We need you back down there in Baja. Pass it over to Dave Arnold.
All right, we're going to go ahead and move it to the Pro Moto 40. In second place, Alirio Amanda from Woodlands, Texas on the number 441X Yamaha YX450 FX. And our winner from Reedley, California on that number 400X, Ryan Liebelt on his Yamaha WR450F with 4 wins. 4 races, 4 wins.
First of all, I'd like to thank my mom and dad that are here tonight, and my son Cannon, and my girlfriend Renee. Also, Jeff Hill from Baja Bound Insurance. He told me not to mention his name, but thank you, Jeff. And Chris Voorhees from Baja Jerky. Thank you. I'm going to let my associate / best friend, Mr. Schultz, take over from here.
Here? All right, here we are. Hey, Ryan Liebelt here. Should have been up for Mechanic of the Year, in all honesty. Has built bikes over the last 4 years that have finished every race and have finished very well. Us old guys have done pretty well in the overall moto category, and we're pretty excited, you know, be up here again. Jeff, Liebelt Inc., Myron Ruth, thank you. Amber, my wife, thank you. Chris Voorhees, you're the man. Congratulations on becoming a huge sponsor for this, and thank you for everything you've done for us. We love it. Thank you, SCORE, everybody that's involved. There's a whole list of sponsors that, you know, are really behind us, and, you know, the village that it takes to do this is quite amazing. So thank you, everyone here, and let's go have a cocktail. Let's go. Woo!
Congratulations, guys. All right, time for Pro Moto Limited. In third place, Carlos Castillo from Mexicali, Mexico on his number 111X Yamaha. In second place, Giovanni Avias from Tijuana, Mexico on his 103X Honda. And first place, from Ensenada, Mexico on his number 100X Honda CRF 450X with 4 wins. That's a perfect score. Fernando Beltran. Well, Rat, it's your turn. It says Rat. Raton.
Thank you, Dave. Now we are going to jump right into our Pro Moto 30 division. And your overall winner in our Pro Moto 30 divisions out of Winter Gardens, Florida, riding that KTM 450, Hano Montoya. I haven't seen Hano around. Is he here? Doesn't look like it because he's fast. He makes his way up. Oh, here we got some of his riders up here. I told you they're fast. They're already here. You know what? I think that one's dying. Here, that one's dying.
Well, we made it. And we're all alive still, and that's good. And couldn't do it without the teammates. Hano couldn't be here today. He's got it's his youngest daughter's birthday today, so myself and Kyle Tishner are here to accept the reward. And thank you to the team riders, David Zarate, Jesse Canepa, Kyle, myself, and Hano for making it through the year safely. All our sponsors, PB Brown, SBL Structural, AOR Insurance, Condor Baja Tours, Priority Lighting, Precision Concepts, Team OSC Chiropractic, Defy MX, Seek Concepts, Baja Designs, and Acherbis. We wouldn't be able to be here without all of these guys' support, and we really appreciate it. Montoya Racing will be back on the 300X bike next year to defend the title. That's it.
Congratulations, guys. We'll see you guys in San Felipe. Now for the top of the moto food chain, or top of the piston, you might say. Pro Moto Unlimited Division. In third place out of Huntington Beach, California, riding a Husqvarna, Forrest Minchinton. In second place, riding another Husqvarna, out of Reno, Nevada, Jason Alosi. And your Pro Moto Unlimited champion in the SCORE World Desert Championship Series, in first place, out of Bolivia, Juan Carlos Sabateria. Salvatierra had 3 wins to claim that championship. That is stellar, especially in the Pro Moto Unlimited division. We'll let these guys grab their awards. All right, and I don't think we have third place here, but we will jump into second place right here. Jason Alosi, congratulations to you guys. Heck of a year.
Yes, thank you. It's been a heck of a year. We had some injuries and different things we had to overcome, but all in all, I want to congratulate the 10X team on a great season. They gave us something to chase for all year long, and honestly, just thank you to our friends and family that have supported us all year long. Baja Bound Insurance has been behind us all year. All our great sponsors have been behind us, and I don't know what the future holds for our team, but I love racing in Baja, and hopefully we'll be back next year.
We hope to have you back. And Red DeSalio teaming up with him, another fast guy. Good to have you back this year. You want to say a few words?
I don't want to take any time up, but just thank you everyone for being here. Let's have fun tonight.
We're having fun now that you guys are here. And your champion, Juan, congratulations. 3 wins this year in the Pro Moto Unlimited division. You've won rallies, things all over the world, but nothing as prestigious as racing down here in the SCORE World Desert Championship. Congrats.
Thank you. Me, Arturo, Clayton, who's not here today, Shane, we all worked really hard for this. This is my 3rd year racing at SCORE. Started racing Ironman, then decided to put our team together. And honestly, I'm enjoying Baja more than ever. I've raced Dakar many years. I've raced rallies, motocross, and Baja is my favorite so far, I think. And we look forward to having another year. I want to congratulate our competitors, Jason and Ray. Sorry. We had nice battles, good year going on, and thank you everybody here for SCORE International for putting a great event, world-class racing, and hope that more people come and race motoclass, especially in the future years. Now in Spanish. Quiero agradecer a todos, toda mi familia, a mi esposa, a todo mi equipo, Arturo, Beto, Rubén, Fernando Arriola, Eduardo, Matías, todos los que no están aquí, Rafael, César, todos los que nos ayudaron para poder hacer esto posible. Ha sido un año de mucho trabajo, mucho sacrificio, pero que gracias a Dios valió la pena. Y a mis compañeros de equipo, Arturo, Shane, Clayton, creo que hicimos un gran trabajo entre todos y vamos a seguir trabajando para mejorar esta temporada y buscar nuevamente un campeonato. Así que muchas gracias y dejo que Arturo nos dé unas palabras.
Buenas noches a todos. Quería agradecerles mucho a mi familia, Chavo, por darnos esta oportunidad de correr con él, a mis teammates, Clayton, Shane, también tuvo la oportunidad, Diego Llanos, de correr con nosotros una carrera, quería agradecerles mucho a mis papás. Muchas gracias por haberme apoyado todo este año, lograr mis sueños. Me acuerdo desde chico siempre haber querido lograr esto y muchas gracias a ustedes, equipo, Chavo, mi familia y a mis teammates. Congratulations to all my competitors as well. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you for Chavo for picking me last year to come and race for the team. It's been a dream of mine to come and race Score and let alone win a Pro Moto championship. I'm living the dream and I can't wait for 2023.
Congratulations, guys. And Chavo, thanks for making the trip all the way from Bolivia to come here and grace us with your presence. We'll see you back in San Felipe.
Yes, we'll be there. And yeah, this is my first award ceremony in Score. The previous ones we had, the virtual ones, were not so nice like this, so I had to come here.
That's right. We got cocktails. It's time, you guys. Congrats. Now we're going to move into the Rod Hall Milestone Awards. This year's series had a total of 1,926 grueling miles. These awards are given to the racers who completed every demanding, unforgiving, brutal Baja Mile during our 4-race 2022 Score World Desert Championship Series to earn that coveted Rod Hall Score Milestone Award presented by Toyota Escondido. 54 racers, 22 classes are going to be claiming these awards today. We also want to thank and welcome Toyota Escondido as this year's milestone presenting sponsor, which illustrates their passion and commitment to Score racers. We really appreciate that. Let's give them a big round of applause for Toyota Escondido's involvement with this special award. Now I'd like to bring up Toyota Escondido's star navigator and mouthpiece, Mr. Dan McGranahan. Here he comes. Now we can get this party started. Self-proclaimed, but he did navigate for Dan in the trophy truck. First of all, thank you guys for being the sponsor for these milestone awards. We really appreciate it, Dan, and I know you have a few words to say.
Thank you, Rat. I was going to make a nickname up for him. I'm like, I'm going to make a nickname up when I come up there. And he's like, my name's already Rat. You got to tell us the story behind that. They couldn't name you Gary or something like that? Don't laugh. Okay. I'm up here to go over this on behalf of Toyota Escondido. And Toyota Escondido got offered the opportunity to support this particular award, the Milestone Award. And we stepped right in because this is an award that's about the Baja people, because the Baja people have the spirit to find a way to get it done. And everybody that won one of these awards, they at some point had to find a way to get it done, because Baja is a beast. It doesn't just let you win. It doesn't even just let you finish. We heard 1,000 people, over 1,000 people raced, and only 54 of them finished every mile of every race. That's pretty impressive. I have some stuff to read before I just go off script here. Okay. First of all, we need all the people that got this award, so I'm going to read off your names real quick here. Forgive me for messing them up, because I'm sure I will. I'll get the first 2 or 3 right, I'm sure. Luke McMillan, Dan McMillan, if you guys would come up. Mikey Lawrence, Raul Gomez, Tracy Graff, Dan Myers, that's the truck that I ride in. You guys got your awards right here. There's 2 of them, so grab them. Gustavo Villadosa, Clay Lawrence, Kyle Quinn, Damian Jeffries, Poolville, from Poolville, Texas. George Sampatero, Elijah Kiger, Charles Dorrance, David Ziegler, Michael Marcel, Mike Perez. This is the one right here. J. David Ruva Kaba, Ruvalcaba. Ivan Tangle, Justin Buckley. I'm not kidding you right now. Bruce Lee. Armando Alvea Jr. Dan Chamley. Scott Brady. Mike Cafaro. If you guys would stay up here, we're going to do a big, we're going to do a photo deal. Craig Scallion. Oh, that's Scanlon. Craig Scanlon. Kristen Matlock. Matt Burrows. Edgar Garcia Leon. Carlos Quesada. Lebedaro Gomez. Miguel Cortez. Caden Wells. Joe Bolton. Martin Rangel. Ramon Fernandez. Edward Muncy. Back up here, Juan Carlos Salvatierra. Jason Alosi. Forrest Mitchington. Miguel Pina. Jono Montoya. Fernando Beltran. Giovanni Alves. Ryan Levitt. Aurelio Armando. Vance Kennedy. Brandon Wright. Aaron Richardson. Paul Hart. Luis E. Villafana. Hector Chavez. Dustin Davis. And Fidel Gonzalez. Wow, look at this group of found a way to make it happen people. Every race, every mile of 2022, the 250, the 500, the 400, and the 1,000. This is the Legends table right here. I just want to say on behalf of Toyota Escondido, we are so honored to be part of this award, to be part of each one of these guys and celebrating all the effort that they put in. And I guarantee you, none of these guys did it without a mechanic that ran to them in the middle of nowhere, or a support or chase team, or comms crews, and many, many other people that came in and were integral in pulling this off. So this is really such a group award. So one time, if we could just give it up for all these guys right here. Let's go! We want to say a special thank you to Roger and Elise Norman, to Dominic Clark, congratulations on a well-deserved award, to Jose G, to Juan F, to Jim Ryan, to Kurt Miller, to Andy Kirker, to Rat, to Dave, to the living legend Sal Fish, for being here with us today. Your hair deserves an award itself. And we just want to say score racing is the greatest adventure on earth, and we're all taking part in that. We love you all. We love Baja, and thank you for being here, and thank you to all these guys.
All right, we're moving on. And then big thanks again, of course, to Dan McGranahan and the entire Myers family, Toyota of Escondido. We thank them so much for being part of that. And as you well know, they race it, they live it, they breathe it. And that's what it's all about. And all these guys are the original MacGyvers. There's a way to find a way to get to the finish line. That's what they do, and that's what the award they get, and it's worth it. All right, we're going to move it on here. Keeping the program moving here with the 2022 SCORE Team Manager of the Year. The finalists are Don Woods, Matt Burrows Racing, Roger Lopez, Luke McMillan Racing, J. David Ruvalcaba Racing, Arturo Salas Sr. and Juan Carlos Savatira Racing, and the winner is, let's see here, I forgot names here, but we got Steve Lewis from Vidosla Racing.
I don't even know where to start. This is my 24th year with Vidosla Racing. It's now my family during that point. We had a fantastic year with one truck, my father-in-law's truck. I hope to have a spectacular year with my brother-in-law's truck next year. During this season, we built a truck in the shop. We got a roller from Mason, and we finished it, we raced it, and we tried, but we did 4 races, top on the podium in Trophy Legends. It was, for me, the best thing in the world. I want to do it next year, but I want to do it with my brother-in-law too. I know he's now has a top dog car, so he can do it. My father-in-law can do it. Ricky Johnson can do it, and I'm super happy, like beyond belief. The award does not belong to me. It belongs to my team, our team. They do it for me. Thank you.
All right, as we move through the program here, now it's time for the SCORE Pit Support Team of the Year. For 2022, the SCORE Pit Team, your finalists are Baja Pits, BF Goodrich Tires, Checkers Off-Road, and Mag 7. And the winner is Baja Pits.
As any racer knows, to start racing down here in Baja, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of perseverance, a stellar team, and a lot of money. So our next award is a SCORE Rookie of the Year award. And our finalists are Annabelle Lopez, Pro Stock UTV, Filey Lopez, Pro Quad Ironman, Forrest Mitchington, Pro Moto Unlimited, and Martin Rangel, Class 1-1600. And I'm going to jump back over here. We got Carlos from Baja Pits. I didn't see him earlier this evening, so we'll hand him over the mic and get a few words from him. We appreciate everything you do, keeping people on course all race long.
Thank you. Thank you very much. First, I want to thank Pete Davis. He's been with Baja Pits for 15 years. He's one of our riding guys. Everybody in Mexico knows Teacher. Teacher has been with us for many, many years. You know, it's really, really tough sometimes to put 19 pits. And that's what we did for the last 1,000. We had no issues at all whatsoever. We're ready for the 2023. There's a couple of things I want to give out. I need Brandon Wright. Brandon Wright, 750 up here, please, if he's here. Brandon Wright is gone, or is he still here? Ironman 750. You know, when you have an Ironman, it's tough. And you see him when they come into the pits. Maybe the last 3 or 4 pits, tired. Some guys won't ever give up. Some guys don't. They keep on going. We kick them out. Come on, let's go. Let's finish. Brandon Wright finished every single race. He earned Baja Pits for free the whole 2023. All 4 races. Here's a gift certificate, Brandon.
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Baja Pits, for everything you guys did for us the whole year. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you. You know, there were about 4 or 5 guys who got hurt just before the 1,000. They were pre-running. You know, it was a shame because the 4 guys who were Ironman did not be able to race. I want to thank all the 305 guys from Baja Pits and their 25 pit captains. We're ready for 2023. I'm going to pass the word on to Profe now. Say a few words.
¿Qué tal? Gracias. Buenas noches. A nombre de Baja Pit quiero darle este gran premio a nuestro gran amigo directamente que ha venido para recibir sus premios, y entre ellos estamos otorgándole el de Baja Pits para Faeli López de Puerto Rico. Tiene el 2023 gratis. Corre Faeli López, pásale por favor para que recojas tu premio. Tiene pagado todas las 4 carreras de score. Baja Pit te agradece tu apoyo de estos años que has participado ya en score, y aquí te damos un premio para que no te rindas a tu éxito que has tenido, porque él dice, el 2023 quiero terminar las 4 carreras de score, y Baja Pit le está entregando el premio para que pueda lograrlo. Gracias, Faeli.
Estoy agradecido también por Baja Pits, por todo el support que me dieron durante las carreras de este año. Así que, perdón, del 2022, así que el 2023, si Dios permite, volvemos otra vez.
Gracias, gracias.
Muy amable, gracias y buenas noches.
All right, you guys, great work. Appreciate everything you do. Filey, don't go anywhere. ¿Cómo está? So he didn't get up here, but you got Score Rookie of the Year award. Congratulations.
Cuando me enteré que fui nominado Rookie of the Year, de verdad que me emocioné, pero más me emocioné cuando fui electo. Así que gracias a todas las personas que votaron por mí, gracias a México, Estados Unidos, a República Dominicana, Puerto Rico y España por votar por mí.
Felicidades. ¿Listo para San Felipe? Vámonos, güey. Felicidades otra vez.
Well, it's now the time to move it into the Score Pro 4-Wheel Points Champion. And what a great way to start off with a people's class, a much beloved class, the Class 11s, the Slug Bugs. In 3rd place, well, I just saw this guy recently got introduced into the Off-Road Hall of Fame, Eric Salzano from Tijuana, Mexico, and his number 1111. In 2nd, Alex Gonzalez from Palm Desert, California, in his 1100 V-Dub with 1 win. And our overall champion in 1st place from Ensenada, Mexico, Hector Sarabia, in his number 1145 V-Dub with 1 win. He just dodged him out. So let's go ahead and bring him up here and say some words. See Eric. Got Hector there, okay. Yep, there we go. third, just you? Second? You got third? Yeah, no, third, though. Didn't show up. Oh, no, first? Well, first, second. No, we need a third. No, Alex? Okay. Eric? Why don't you check up there, and then we'll let first speak next. No Gonzalez. Yeah, all you have to do is come to Palm Desert.
Buenas noches, Eric Solórzano de Tijuana. Well, I want to thank my sponsors. For 30 years, I got BF Goodrich. Sorry. BF Goodrich and Bill Saint have been my sponsors for the last 30 years. I want to thank the Bildosola family. Rugged Radios, they've been helping me for like around 10 years. Raceline Wheels, Mobile Wagon. My team, people who help, at nights. We work almost the whole year prepping the cars. I want to thank my wife that is here. Buenas noches, gracias. Eric de Tijuana.
Buenas noches. Pues darle las gracias a todo el equipo que nos ayudó a participar en clase 11 este año. Somos un equipo 100% ensenadense, con un agregado de Texas, con Brian. A todos los patrocinadores, el Espíritu de Ensenada se formó en 1969 y ahorita ya tenemos 54 años participando activamente en las carreras de Score. Y muchas gracias a Baja Designs, King Shocks, Yokohama Tires, Montes Motores y Transmisiones. Un especial agradecimiento a Adrián Guerrero de Ensenada también. Él nos prepara el carro, todo el año nos lo preparó y estamos muy agradecidos con ellos y con su trabajo. Tractopartes Diesel, Serapio, ORS Baja Tours, FF Race, Mobile Wagon, Instant México, Papa Zambir, a Rodrigo Ampudia por su gran apoyo, Score International, Banquetes Arabia, y a todos, a cada uno de los gente que nos ayudó en esta carrera, en estos eventos. La clase 11, como mucha gente lo sabe, somos pues, los últimos que vamos ahí y hicimos un equipo, formamos un equipo que aquí, la mayoría aquí está. Un gran honor ver corrido y participado el volante con Porfirio Gutiérrez, una institución de Ensenada, Esteban Ruiz, Héctor Maimes, mi nieto Héctor Miguel Martínez Arabia, y a toda la gente que nos apoyó de Ensenada, de Mexicali, a Poncho Lacarra, Eliseo García, Ramón Galván, y a todos y cada uno que hicieron posible esto. Muchas gracias por todo.
Special shout out to Baja Designs for lighting up us Class 11 guys where we battle through the night. Thanks again. Bye.
Well, big congratulations to Hector Sarabia with that Class 11 championship. On to Class 7SX in first place. From Mexicali, Mexico, and the number 758 Ford Ranger, Armando Duran.
Buenas noches, es un honor estar compartiendo esta noche con ustedes y pues felicidades a todos los ganadores y pues quiero darle las gracias primeramente a Dios, a mi equipo, a mis copilotos, a mis amigos allá en Mexicali, familia, aquí en Tijuana, aquí en San Diego, y como les digo es un honor estar en estos momentos con ustedes y pues quiero darle las gracias a mi familia, a mis hermanos, primos, sobrinos, hijos, nietos, y pues a mi esposa, por ahí está, dice que no la saludo, pues sí, gracias a ella, porque si ella, pues no corro, ¿no? Pero bueno, quiero darle las gracias a mis patrocinadores, ay, no te dejé el papel, y pues ya no lo traigo, bueno,
En las llantas Fiat Goodrich, que pues ya tenemos años corriendo con esas llantas y hemos tenido buenos resultados. ATEC, Electric ATEC ahí en Mexicali, que es un patrocinador que siempre ha estado con nosotros, nos apoya desde el principio. ¿Cómo se llama eso? Uy, ya me, permítame. Oh, sí. Ya lo dije. Barrio Dogs aquí en San Diego. Y pues pues a todos ustedes, como no, con mucho gusto que estamos aquí muy contentos celebrando el campeonato de Score y quisiera verlos otra vez el año que viene aquí. Gracias y que Dios los bendiga a todos.
Up next is Class 7F. In third place out of Encinitas, California, driving that Ford Ranger, Justin Park. In second place, also out of Encinitas, California, in the Toyota Tacoma, Brandon Walsh. And your overall champion of the year in Class 7F, in first place out of Ensenada, in the Nissan King Cab, Gerardo Novello. It was a great battle in that class. I know a lot of you guys might not attract anybody but your class, but it's always good to have that stellar tracking and be able to watch these guys back and forth. And I guess we could start with first place. Right? We'll give him some love right here. Owner of Estero Beach, Gerardo. Great job this year. Congratulations on a championship.
Thank you very much. Good evening all. Hope you're having a great time. Thank you, Score International, for promoting such a great event in Baja California. Our hearts and our doors are always welcome to Score International. The guests are very professional, starting with you. You're a professional guy. Liz and Roger, thank you very much. And all the Score team, I really appreciate them very much. And I wish them a wonderful year this 2023. And I would like to dedicate this championship to our prep friend, brother, part of the family, Jesus Peque Castro, who just worked so hard to put this truck together and this team so we can win the championship. So I really dedicate this award to Peque. And to our sponsors, and this is our Jim
Murphy. Thank you, Gerardo. Hey, on my job as business manager and co-driver, just to thank our great sponsors, which we couldn't do without. Estero Beach Resort, of course, Quaker State Motor Oil, BFG, thank you guys, the tires are great, Revolution Gear, GPS, Lawrence, Rigid Lights, Big Bear Vacations, great sponsor of ours, Hino Medical Center, Bilstein Shocks, Jim Wolf Technologies, and our great friend Wayne Perry.
I would like to thank my wife, my son who is here, Enrique. Thank you very much.
Great job. We'll see you at Estero Beach. Up next is the Arrive and Drive program of the Stars, I like to call it. This is the Baja Challenge class. Your overall champion in the Baja Challenge class for 2022, in first place out of San Diego, California, Edward Muncie. Edward taking home another championship. It's super competitive. It's the only program, or the program, that you could come down here and end up at the end of the year as a Score Off-Road World Desert Champion. That's pretty special to be able to just show up with your driver's suit and get it done. And here's a man that did just that and taking home a champion, Mr. Edward Muncie.
Wow, what an honor it is to be here in front of all of you, the best of the best in off-road racers in the world, right here, right now, looking at all of you. Super stoked to be here. The wide open class is the best entry point for Baja. We're super stoked and appreciative. My brother Roger and Elise, who put this team together, made up of family and friends each year. We had a really good group this year. My son Dominic, who drove with us to San Felipe, my son Michael, who's been driving with us this year, Sean Evans, Mr. Just determination to get the car wherever he wants it to go, and just really full of determination to finish the race. Our mom's Fran Muncie, my brother Roger Norman, Tony Gomez, our angel in the chase truck who takes care of us and anticipates everything, and of course Jordan, always protecting us at the same time. I want to thank also all of SCORE staff, the volunteers across the course. When we come in, we're usually hours behind the leaders that take off before us, and they are still focused, still making it safe. We're super appreciative of them just being that way for us, and when we come through, it's a perfect race still going on, and they're encouraging us to just keep going and keep going. But also the Wide Open team, the best arrive and drive program on the planet. Best entry point, like I said before. We have lots of new people who we bring into this sport, and some people who are not here tonight, but some great teammates, tons of talent. Joe Duryea, who's not here tonight. Our contingent from Texas, Eddie Abraham, Jason Abraham, and Colby Hodnett, who were just excellent behind the wheel this year at the Baja 1000. It was a perfect year. We're looking forward to 2023, and congratulations to all of you.
Well, we got to go over here. We got to talk to Roger Norman. He's the one that got this whole thing started over here. And Roger, you know, not only do you hook, line, and sinker so many racers, and you've had people start out in the BC class and then they move on and get a trophy truck down the road, but there's got to be nothing more special than racing with your family. Your beautiful mother here, Fran, she raced last year's Baja 1000. Your dad raced, and your brother and nephews. It's got to be kind of special doing that, and you're a big part of it. You put quite a few miles on this year.
Wide Open's a great experience for pretty much everybody. You can be 16 years old, or you can be 80 years old, or 83 years old like my dad, and race the Baja 1000. And so ask my mom what she thinks of racing with Wide Open.
So Fran, yeah, first time in the car, and I remember the look on your face when you're just like, yeah, we're doing this thing, and the same smile. You had smiles though when you got out. How was your experience in that BC car?
It was great. It was kind of scary at first, and I worried about not doing the right gear, getting up on that stage, but I did it.
You did it. We were ready for you though. You did it flawlessly. Well, great job, you guys. Congratulations, and look forward to more BC racing this year. As Roger said, 8 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. If they can't walk, we'll race them in the BC class. Getting stuff done right there. We're going to jump into our Class 5 1600 in first place out of Mexicali, Mexico, Cesar Cortez. I don't think Caesar's here. Caesar here? Oh, he's coming over here. All right. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Grab a World Desert Championship Award. El campeón, felicidades, campeón.
Esa en representación de César, no pudo venir. Gracias por el equipo de Chapo Racing. Agradecen a Score. Me comentaron que recogiera su trofeo. Gracias.
Felicidades, todo equipo.
All right, real quick. I don't know, Edward lose his phone up here or somebody? We got it. We're going to be making some phone calls. Rat said he'll put some pictures you'll never forget. All right, we're going to move it on here to Class 3 in first place. Cesar Gutierrez from Tijuana, Mexico. Caesar. All right, Rat, you're back.
Now moving on to Class 5 in second place out of Ventura, California, Martin Aguano. And your champion in Class 5 out of Ensenada, Ramon Fernandez. 3 wins this season to take home that championship. It's big just to finish a race. ¿Quiere hablar?
I will speak in Spanish and he will speak in English. Primeramente le doy gracias a la Asociación de SCORE por poner estas increíbles carreras. Es mucho el trabajo que se lleva para organizar todo esto. Le quiero agradecer también a nuestros patrocinadores que son Casey Lights, Tensor Tires, Ultra Wheels y a los amigos y la familia de California y de Baja California.
On behalf of Anguiano Racing, we'd like to thank the whole SCORE International for allowing us to come and race. Class 5, we'd like to thank Garmin Industries, KC Highlights, Weddle Industries, Tensor Tire, Ultra Wheels for backing us this year, and we're happy to run 2023. Thank you.
Great work, congrats. And for a champion right here, congrats on a championship.
Thank you, thank you. Primeramente, gracias a Dios. Felicitar a todos los ganadores, mi familia, mis hijos, mi esposa, toda la gente de La Joya Beach Camp, Punta Banda Community que siempre están atrás de nosotros, apoyándonos con $1, $2 para seguir corriendo. I want to thank Sullivan family for letting me drive his cars, his kid, learning fast. Hopefully next year he'll be the championship. He's a new driver.
Yeah, we had a good time this year. We had 3 firsts and a second with Ramon as a driver record this year for us. Next year will be my son Mike. We're just looking forward to another great year.
All right, great team, Greg. Congrats to you guys. Up next, we have Pro UTV Stock Division. In third place, in the Polaris Razor out of Prescott, Arizona, Randy Emberton. In second place, hailing from Haslett, Texas, in another Polaris Razor, Douglas Cornwell. And your overall SCORE World Desert Champion in the Pro UTV Stock Division, out of Mexicali, Anibal Lopez Castro. Third place, we'll start with third place.
Class 3.
Oh, class 3? All right. Back to class 3, congrats.
Muchísimas gracias. Primero que nada queremos agradecer a cada uno de nuestros patrocinadores. Queremos agradecer a nuestras familias por el apoyo que nos han dado. Eso es nuestra primera vez aquí, es un sueño hecho realidad para nosotros. Logramos nuestra meta que era poder lograr el terminar las carreras, el poder estar aquí y lograr el campeonato. Y bueno, sobre todo agradecer a mi hermano César por la oportunidad de formar parte de este sueño. Y bueno, le cedo la palabra a César, quien es el campeón.
Primero que nada, agradecerle a Dios, a mi familia, la paciencia que nos tiene, bueno, a las familias de todo el equipo, porque es muy demandante las carreras, el tiempo, y agradecer a mis pilotos, a mis copilotos y a mis patrocinadores. Y pues, como dijo mi hermano, es un sueño hecho realidad. Yo siempre había soñado con ganar esta categoría y lo logramos. Gracias.
Felicidades, nos vemos en San Felipe. Now we're back to our Pro UTV stock division. And it looks like we have first and second. In second, we have Douglas Cornwell. You'd like to say a few words, buddy?
Yeah, first I'd like to thank everybody here, SCORE, and all the people of Mexico for letting us race and put on this thing. My wife for putting up with me and letting me spend the family inheritance on this. But, and my brother especially, getting me back into this sport, bringing me back into it since I was a little kid, watching him do it, and racing Class 1. It's such an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Oh, we do have third place. All right, we got Randy Emberton. Congrats.
Actually, I'm the navigator for Randy. He couldn't make it up here. Just want to say thank you to everybody that's on the team. I want to thank everybody at the shop that couldn't make it. I want to thank the crews that helped us out, Pepino's Race Prep, UTV Shop, Front Hot Racing. Once again, guys, it's a team effort, and we look forward to seeing everybody in 2023. Thank you.
We'll see you there. Now on to first place. Señor Castro, felicidades.
Gracias, gracias. Bueno, Aníbal López no pudo asistir. El día de hoy venimos nosotros como compañeros de equipo de él, ¿verdad? En agarrar el premio. La verdad que estamos pues muy agradecidos, ¿no? Venimos yo y Héctor como pilotos también del carro. Pues este premio es para los demás del equipo que no pudieron venir. Joshua, ¿verdad? No pudo venir. Francisco, ¿verdad? David también no pudo venir. Entonces, un fuerte agradecimiento ahí para todos. Dar gracias a Dios que estamos aquí celebrando esto. Le quiero dar un fuerte agradecimiento a toda mi familia que está aquí conmigo, ¿verdad? A mi esposa, a mis padres, a mi hermano, ¿verdad? A todos nuestros amigos de allá de San Luis, de Mexicali, que nos apoyaron durante todo el año, ¿verdad? Y pues voy a brincarme un poquito ahí los patrocinadores. Just say, guys, once again, congratulations to everyone. You know, all the winners here, you know, congratulations. SCORE International, thank you for putting, you know, this ceremony and all these races, great races. I want to thank our main sponsors, which would be, first of all, Polaris Mexico. We raced for Polaris Mexico. They put on a program for this year, and we were fortunate enough to be part of the team, you know, and win it on Pro Stock UTV. Another Polaris Baja Designs, Shock Therapy. We got Gates Mexico with their G-Force. We got DYM, which preps our car. You know, a big shout out to these guys. GRUTV, which is in charge of powering that vehicle, right? And Rototech Logistics. You know, this guy helped us out a lot during the whole races. Héctor, do you want to say some words?
Yeah, I have something to say. Give me that baby. Okay, first of all, this is for Aníbal and Francisco López, mis amigos, mis hermanos, nuestros hermanos en esta locura. Y agradecer primeramente a nuestra familia que nos aguanta y nos soporta todas nuestras locuras. Los patrocinadores, sin ellos no pudiéramos hacer tanto. Y todo el esfuerzo que se logró por todo el equipo. Muchas gracias a todos. Aquí está el resultado.
¡Y viva México!
Felicidades todo equipo.
Well, it's time for the class 1-2-1600. In second place from Tijuana, Eli Yee is number 1600. He was that defending champion. In first place from Surprise, Arizona, Martin Rangel in the 1626 Roma VW powered. Okay, we'll give it a second. They have a tendency when we move on to the next class, then they come up. Yee, Rangel. Okay, there we go. I thought I saw you earlier. Thought I meant too many cervezas, but I found the bench. There's a nice plane with a nice little cockpit there. Take a nap. All right. I guess that didn't sound right. Well, that's on.
Got it. You like my shirt? It's pretty badass, isn't it? Anyhow, well, good evening, guys. You know what? This whole season was really amazing, and we were able to accomplish a lot of things that we had to do. Esta temporada fue una cosa bien importante para nosotros, para nuestro equipo, y hicimos una cosa muy importante que hicimos, gracias a Dios. A una persona, a one person that I want to thank is una persona que lo amo mucho, a guy that I love so much. I look up to him as a father, como un padre, y lo respeto mucho porque me cuida mucho. He takes care of me 24/7, 24/7. Eva Pacheco, thank you so much for this whole season y la temporada que me cuidas. Te amo. I love you with all my heart. Con César Fiscal, tu hijo, Bocho Racing, y todas las demás personas que nos ayudaron, and everybody that helped us out. Te amo mucho. Di algo.
Gracias, gracias. Buenas noches. Gracias a Dios por estos momentos, ¿no? Primeramente que nada, hay que agradecer todo el tiempo y primeramente a Dios. Tratando de ser muy, muy breve, con muchos años tratando de buscar esto. Lo vine a conseguir con Martín y con mi hijo, y qué mejor en 1600, que es muy duro. Gracias a todos y felicidades. ¡Viva México!
Thank you guys. You guys be safe, and I'm glad we're here for a reason. Thank God. And let's go the 2023 season. Let's all be good and be humble. Be like me. Love you guys. God bless.
Congratulations to Martin Rangel and his team there. That's very awesome. We're going to move it on to Pro UTV, normally aspirated. In third place, Bradley Milner from Yuma, Arizona, in his 1978 Polaris Razor. Not the year, the number. In second, from Corona, California, Joe Bolton, driving his number 1957 Polaris Razor XP1000. And in first place, all the way from Hurricane, Utah, putting his number 1995 Polaris with 2 wins, Caden Wells.
I'd like to thank SCORE for putting the whole race season on in the event. I'd like to thank Polaris Razor, Method Race Wheels, Tensor Tire, Baja Design, Liqui Moly, Union Graphic Company, and everyone that helps pit.
Queremos decir muchas gracias a todos los ciudadanos de México y a SCORE y a nuestra familia. Muchas gracias a todos.
There he is, Caden Wells. It is a little low because even I'm quiet in this, and I'm not a quiet person. Score lights in third place. Javi Bueno Jr. from Mexicali. In second place, Oscar Alvarez from McAllen, Texas. And our overall score points champion for the Desert World Championships, in first place from San Diego, Miguel Cortez. And it is number 1205, Curry VW.
Don't be shy.
Third place, yeah. So you speak first.
A nombre de Javier Buelna, de Mexicali, venimos por este tercer lugar. Muchas gracias.
Buenas noches. Primero que nada, quiero agradecer a todo nuestro equipo, CRT Racing. Un agradecimiento especial para todos nuestros patrocinadores, para mi esposa, mis hijas y mis nietos que nos dan la oportunidad de estar aquí. Muy agradecidos.
Gracias. Miguel, te quiero agradecer por dejarme cada año participar contigo. Nos conocemos como 30 años, tenemos mucho tiempo corriendo. Agradezco la oportunidad de seguir corriendo contigo. A mi esposa, gracias. A mi equipo también, gracias. A todo el equipo que nos apoya. Así que, de nuevo, vamos a ver este año a ver qué nos trae. Gracias.
Up next, we have our Pro UTV forced induction. In third place, out of Mexicali, Carlos Quezada. In second place, out of Trabuco Canyon, driving the Can-Am, Edgar Garcia Leon. And your champion in 2022 in the Pro UTV Forced Air Induction out of Norco, California, driving that Monster Energy factory back Can-Am, Matt Burrows. And we got Carlos, third place.
Muchas gracias a Dios, muchas gracias a mi esposa, a la familia, muchas gracias a SCORE, porque esto es posible gracias a SCORE, a la organización, en estos 50 años, la verdad. Este es nuestro primer año en SCORE, con este tercer lugar. Es un gran logro para el equipo GCR Racing Team, que es el que aportamos. Todos mis compañeros aquí presentes, Isaac, copiloto, Carlos Quesada, mi hijo, piloto, y Güero Prep, que no vino. Muchas gracias, gracias a todos los colaboradores también. Y también estamos en busca de nuevos patrocinadores. New sponsor, please. Creo que hicimos un gran trabajo para este primer año, ¿no? Y gracias a esta categoría que es todo posible. Thank you. Thank you all people.
Second place, Edgar Garcia Leon.
I want to say thank you to everybody that want to help me, my wife Nancy, to push me in every single race to finish it. The last two races, yeah. So, and I want to say thank you to Spencer Law and all his team, Profe Jaime, Mario, and Germán, and their team. Thank you for everything. Quiero darle las gracias al profe Jaime, al Mario, Germán, que siempre me han ayudado, y con su equipo. Muchas gracias. And I want to congrats to the third place here, Carlos Quesada, and first place, Matt Burrows. Congratulations. Congratulations.
And there is one champion in every class, and this is him right here, Monster Matt Burrows, congratulations on a huge win, huge championship. You are a SCORE World Desert Champion.
No, thank you. Really appreciate it. What an honor it is to be in a room full of some of the best off-road racers in the world. Just absolutely humbling to be here. Thank you to SCORE for giving us an opportunity to race and fulfill our passion. I started my motorcycle career in District 37 in Southern California a long, long time ago, and I've watched racing disappear slowly, and the fact that we still get to race is, just real thankful to SCORE for letting us continue to race. I've been very privileged to be a Monster Energy employee for the last 16 years, just over 16 years, a sponsored driver since 2015, and a factory-backed Can-Am racer since 2017. And we are signed for another 2 years, so we'll be here racing for at least 2 more years. This championship was extra special for us. In the 2021 Baja 1000 at roughly race mile 1010, we had a car fire and the car completely burned to the ground. It was absolutely devastating for us as a team. We considered retiring, considered quitting, but sat down, talked to the team, regrouped, and said, you know what, we're not done racing. Dug back in, and lo and behold, we won our second championship. So, just really thankful for the opportunity to race again. Got to thank my crew. We're a team of all volunteers. They give up their time away from family to come race with us, chase us around Baja. We absolutely couldn't do it without the crew. So big thanks to everyone back there that's with us here tonight, and the guys at home that aren't here. Special thank to my second driver who's been driving with me for, 4 or 5 years now, Bradley Howe. We like to say Brad gets to race all the crappy sections and I get all the good sections, but he does most of the night driving. I hate driving at night, so Brad does all of the heavy lifting at night. 2 co-drivers this year. Very fortunate to have my son Zach. He's in the seat with me, and Brad Nipper in the seat with Bradley Howe. They absolutely don't skip a beat, and they're a huge part of our success. And most importantly, I want to thank my family, as I think most of the racers here tonight know, without family and family support, there's absolutely no way you're racing, probably, number one, and you're for sure not winning championships without the support at home. So big shout out to my wife Celeste, my son Zach, my oldest daughter Isabella, my youngest daughter Sadie, and my youngest son Hunter. Absolutely couldn't do it without you. So thank you, everybody.
Congratulations, Matt. We'll see you guys in San Felipe. Now on to our Pro UTV Open Division. Our newest class in our UTVs. In third place out of Alpine, California, driving that factory-backed Polaris Razor Pro R, Kristen Matlock. In second place, driving another Polaris Razor out of Helena, Montana, Craig Scanlon. And your champion in our Pro UTV Open Division, driving another factory-backed Polaris Razor out of Temecula, California, Mike Caffro. I don't believe I saw any of those 3 guys, but... And 1 gal. Okay, Dave. Take it on to our next class, buddy.
All right, kind of surprised Calfro. Didn't have that far of a drive to come, but we'll get that at work to him. We're going to move it to Class 7 in second place. Scott Brady from Paradise, California in a 703 Ford Ranger. And I don't know, what is this, like a gazillion championship for this guy in first place. From Montecito, California, in his Ford Ranger, Dan the Man Chamley.
This one or that one? This is fine. All right. Well, first off, Scott Brady says hi to everyone. He didn't want to be here today, but so it was. He's a really close friend, and it was nice to have him for a competitor. And it was a really close battle, and he got a good, strong second. Now, as far as our team goes, the factory racing, want to start out by thanking our crew chief, which is my wife, Lori. Strictly because of her, we have now won our 18th class championship, which means we've won more championships in the four-wheel class in a four-wheel class than anyone in history, which we're really happy with. Right from the start, we've had support from BF Goodrich Tires, and King Racing Shocks. We've been part of the development of the new Garmin Tread GPS, which everybody needs to check out. It's awesome. It's game-changing. Rod End Supply, full throttle batteries, all-terrain concepts lighting, Torco race fuel, and off-road warehouse. Thank you to Score. This has been a great season, and we're having a lot of fun. We're not done yet. Thanks.
Congrats again to Dan Chamley. It's so great. He just keeps coming back and winning championships. You got to love it. Well, we're going to move to Class 10. In third place from Long Beach, California, he drives that 1064 Lumicraft. It's Justin Buckley. In second, Ivan Tangle from Chula Vista, California, drives that 1087 Lumicraft Chevy Power. And our overall Score World Desert Championship points champion, J. David Ruvacaba out of Ensenada, Mexico, putting his Lumicraft 1009 Honda-powered machine up on top. All right, congratulations. We'll let you... First place. Who wants to speak first? The driver of record.
Buenas noches a todos. Quiero darle las gracias a las 4 familias que nos apoyan en el equipo. A la familia Cruz, a la familia Rubalcaba y a los Pandos. Y a Madería Las Lomitas, al principal patrocinador.
Gracias, compadre. Gracias a todos los patrocinadores. Major Performance Racing Engines, Andy Rosselli, BF Goodrich, Racing Tires, también Baja Designs, bueno, equipo Pandos, todos los que nos apoyaron durante la temporada, las familias, todos, muchas gracias por apoyarnos. Thank you, everybody. Sponsors, everybody. Great season. We'll be here this year. Thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah, good to see you too. All right, now we're going to move into the Trophy Truck Spec Division. In third place out of Austin, Texas, driving that Geyser-built TT, Charles Dorrance. In second place, from Kirby, Pennsylvania, in that Tisco Chevy TT, Elijah Kiger. And your champion in the Trophy Truck Spec Division out of Ensenada, driving that Mason-built truck, Jorge Sampitro. It looks like we just have third place representative for Jorge Sampitro. You want to say a few words, first place?
Yeah, sure. On behalf of Jorge, he couldn't make it the last time, but he wanted to thank everyone in the team. Without everybody, this award couldn't be possible. First of all, our families, everybody, fathers, wives, kids, and brothers, and all the guys at the shop. And I'm going to say something in Spanish. Quiero aprovechar a nombre de Jorge San Pietro y pues de un servidor que soy su navegante. Muchas gracias y un saludo a toda la familia que nos apoyó a lo largo de todo el largo año y de todas las carreras. A nuestras esposas, papás, hermanos, hijos y a todo el equipo y todos los mecánicos. Aprovechar un espacio que hoy se me da, que nunca se reconoce. Quiero aprovechar un saludo y un reconocimiento para los del taller, el Cachetes, el Chimi, el Charlie, mi niño, a todos los cholleros que nos apoyaron en los pits a lo largo del año, que espero que nos sigan apoyando el siguiente año. Y a todos ellos vamos a decirles que vamos con todo este 2023 para repetir el campeonato. Y un saludo, felicidades a todos los que están aquí y felicidades a todos los mexicanos también que están aquí, que puedo ver que fueron muchos y espero seguir viendo que todo el mundo le echa ganas y verlos aquí de nuevo el año que sigue.
Congratulations. Now into the Class 1 Unlimited division. In third place out of Long Beach, California, driving that Jimco built Class 1, Bad Brad Wilson. In second place out of Poolville, Texas, driving that Jeffries Chevy Power Planted Class 1 car, Damon Jeffries. And your winner and champion in our Unlimited Class 1 division out of Lakewood, California, driving the Jimco, Kyle Quinn. Absolutely epic to have two Wilson Motorsports vehicles on the box here for the championship awards. And we got Bad Brad right here, and he missed the 1,000 because he just had a brand new baby girl. Congratulations. So you got it. Well, first of all, congratulations on the daughter. Sorry we missed you at the 1,000, but great cause. And congratulations on third place. Nice work.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say quickly, just thank you to Randy, Rick, and Ronnie for allowing us to do this. Ben and Chris at the shop, they were in the running for Mechanic of the Year. We wouldn't be here without them. Sponsors, BF Goodrich Tires, Method Race Wheels, King Shocks, Vision X Lighting. Not the year we wanted, still finished third, so we're happy, and big congrats to Kyle and Ronnie on their championship. Happy to drive with Justin, Brian, and Ricky out here. Not a great year, but we'll be there at 2023 to hopefully get that championship back, take the 100 from Kyle and Ronnie. We'll go toe-to-toe with them this year. Big congrats to the McMillans out here for the year that they had, and I'll see you guys at Moonshine Flats here in about 30 minutes.
Congrats. Oh, are you doing all the work for second place here? All right, you want to say anything real quick? Okay.
I'm accepting this award on behalf of my brother Damon. He was unable to make it here tonight from his new home in Texas. I'm pretty sure he's driving more tractors than race cars right now. Here's a message he asked me to share. I would like to thank Steve Jangard and the Jangard family. Thank you to my entire family and my wife Mindy for always supporting me. All of the navigators, Charlie, Josh, Spencer, and Dylan. Thank you to Corey Goen, Robbie Supernaut, and their entire crew for helping us at the Baja 1000. All of the crew members for another great year. We really had a lot of fun trying to keep up with Class 1 cars and a 10 car. It was really cool to win our 4th milestone award. I'd like to give a special thanks to my good friend Nico and Breeze for giving me a hand prepping various cars over the last few years, including desert racing and Dakar rallies. Congratulations to the entire Wilson Motorsports crew on a well-deserved championship. I'm available to drive this year if you need a hand. Thank you to King Shocks, Power Steering Solution, Rigid Industries, Fortin Racing, Sign Pros, PCI Radios, Silent Night Lighting, Eliminator Fire Protection, FNL Fuel, and Mile High Equipment. Lastly, I'd like to thank Rick Romans and Joe Teagarden for allowing us to use their car for the Baja 1000. We tried. I'm just going to go ahead and add a thank you to my sister Jenna, me, for accepting this award for him tonight.
Oh, great work. And your champion in Class 1, taking home a World Desert Championship Series win, Mr. Kyle Quinn.
Hello. I've been the second driver for Wilson Motorsports the last 10 years, so first year driver record and win a championship in a Baja 1000. Really can't beat that. Got to thank my teammates Ronnie, Craig, and Scotty for putting up with my driving skills at the Baja 1000. Randy, Ronnie, and Rick for letting us race. My mother-in-law Julia that's here. My wife for supporting me. My 3 kids, Radley, Wilder, and Rowdy. And I'll turn over to Ronnie.
Yeah, I just want to, first of all, congratulate the McMillan family for the overall championship. Something happened to me tonight. We were looking at the program, and our first championship was won in 1987, and 90% of the people at our table weren't even born yet, so kind of hit me. But no, I just want to thank everybody at Wilson Motorsports, and I can't do this without my brothers, Rick and Randy, and BF Goodrich, King Shocks, Method Wheels, these guys that support us for so many years, and Score, Roger, and Elise, who just are so great. But thank you guys, and we'll see you in 2023.
Looking forward to it. We'll see you guys in San Felipe. We're going to jump into our Score TT legend. In third place.
What? This is Dave. Oh, you were off. You're off again. Well, dude, you already were off beginning, so let's keep it straight. Okay, we're going to move it on. We'll keep the program going here. Scott, with the Score Trophy Truck Legends, in third place, Mark Winkleman from Cedar Hill, Texas, drives that number 25L Custom Ford. In second, great to see him come back, Clay Lawrence from Banning, California, and the number 85L in that Herb Smith Chevy. And our winner with a perfect score, 4 for 4, from Mexicali, Mexico, he drives the number 21 Legends Mason Ford, Gustavo Vadosola Sr. All right, let's start it off.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? It's been what a great year it's been out there. I just want to praise God for such a great success season we've had with this 25L Monkey Business team. And I got to thank Ruben, his dad, Ramon, Lobo, and Theo and the team that built us this Mastercraft truck. It's been a solid truck. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. These racers at the Monkey Business team was Rudy, Ted, Flipper, Larry, and Danny, and Kevin, Pablo. And we always had the attitude of never, never, never give up. These guys make the difference, and we're just maybe some turtles out there, but we finished and we did good. I'm proud of all the guys. Thank my wife, Denise, out there for putting up with us racing out here in the Baja all these years. And I just want to thank, Score all y'all's people out there that's built this success up there, and Roger and Elise, thank y'all for putting your heart and time in there. And I'd like to thank our sponsors, Toyota Tires, 4-Wheel, Hino Medical Center, and PCT, and Race Fab, and King Shocks. Thank you guys. God bless, and see y'all in San Felipe. All right.
All right, let's go ahead and bring Clay up here, second place.
Okay, sure. Okay. All right, everybody. I'm hoping trying to be heard. I know it's a little bit difficult with a few of us. I just want to, first of all, thank the people from Score. I've been racing for 10 years. This is the first time I've ever had a chance to finish them all. And that was the main goal this year, and feel like we got so much more out of it. As well, I'd like to thank everybody from the Lawrence Motorsports team, as well as Lawrence Equipment. Without them, obviously, we're not here. So, as well as my fellow drivers, Steve and Art this year, and Lewis, my daughter Hillary, Costa, all the people at Lawrence Motorsports helped put us out there, and feeling really good about coming into this year, as well as thanking our sponsors, King, BFG, the Hertz guys that keep our truck out there through all this stuff during the pandemic, and of course, everyone in Mexico that allows us to race in their terrain and beautiful country.
All right, in first place, let's bring Gustavo Vidosola.
Good evening, everyone. There's a lot of thanks to give tonight. My family, they just are wonderful. They support all our craziness, and here we are. I'd also like to thank our sponsors, but I need to tell you a quick story. When the date for this event was set, I called Steve and said, ask the guys at the shop if they'd like to come to the awards. Well, they all decided they wanted to come and bring their wives with them. So thank you guys, and that's the kind of commitment that these guys have. They're always there for us. So thanks everyone, and thanks to the team. Without them, we can't do it. The other very important part of the team, Ricky and Nico. Nico just navigates every race for us, and Ricky's been a great addition to our team. Now we've finally meshed as a team for this year, and I'm very, very thankful and very grateful for that. So thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Nico.
All right. First off, I was going to say first off, I want to congratulate my wife, or thank my wife, but I love watching Luke rehearse and practice his notes. Consummate professional. Congratulations to all the champions this year, and also all the guys that have won races. It was a very tough season this year, a lot going on, but I'd like to start off by thanking my wife for supporting me for 33 years. And I'm a 58-year-old little kid that gets to go out and play, and she has to stay at home and watch this and try to keep track of our son Luke and myself. I want to thank the whole Vildosola team, all the red shirts. You guys are phenomenal, and just a pleasure and a blessing to drive for. I want to congratulate once again Lechero for Mechanic of the Year. So let's hear it for Lechero. Woo! The crazy professor Dave Clark that I raced against for so many years, and now I get to work with him. I want to thank Nico for his tireless work. Also Victor for sitting with me down there in the 1000 was wonderful. Steve Lewis and his beautiful wife Fernanda for making everything so seamless every time I go to Mexico. So thank you so much, and congratulations on your new baby. Also want to thank Fernanda Vildosola, Gus's wife, for allowing us to go out and have a good time. And I want to thank you for always being such a gracious and such a beautiful woman to support us during the races. A couple more. I want to thank Javi. You've been a blessing to us this year. A couple times we didn't think we were going to be able to finish, but you were able to pull it out and get us to that finish line. So thank you for all your tireless work. You are definitely the master link in this chain. So thank you. To my teammate Tavo Vildosola, I can't wait to see all the great things you're going to be doing in this new all-wheel drive. Luke, strap in tight, buddy. He's coming after you. So I think we're going to see some great races in the future. And last but not least, I want to thank my friend, my teammate, and the owner, and the new Trophy Truck Legend champion, Gustavo Vildosola Sr. Thank you so much. All right. Get ready, Luke. You're coming up. Driving's easy. This shit's hard.
Hey, Gus, I can't believe you guys, it took 4 wins in a row to mesh. You guys did one heck of a meshing job. Congratulations, undefeated this year. Score Trophy Truck Legend champs. And now we are on to our final class of the night. You've all been waiting for it. Our Score Trophy Truck Division. In 3rd place, out of Banning, California, driving a Herb Smith flat fab machine, Mikey Lawrence. In 2nd place, out of San Diego, driving that Mason all-wheel drive, Mr. Dan McMillan. And your 2022 Score World Desert Champion in our Score Trophy Truck Division, out of San Diego, California, with 2 wins, Mr. Luke McMillan. We got Mikey right up here. Mikey, congrats, 3rd place. I know this is your best championship finish. And congrats to the whole Lawrence Equipment team. You guys got 2 podium positions here. That's huge.
Yeah, this is, well, I've got a few Class 10 championships back in the day, but really stoked on this to compete with the McMillans and like the Menzies and stuff like that. To be the first 2-wheel drive truck behind these fast guys is really, I dreamt about this in high school, so this is crazy, man. Thank you guys so much. Just want to thank my grandma, my grandpa, my family, my wife and son, definitely all the people at Lawrence Equipment. The employees are our customers. We manufacture flatbread tortilla machinery, if you guys didn't know, so keep eating tortillas. Haas Factory Outlet, El Cumal, all the guys at Herb Smith Fab, they do really awesome job on getting all the parts to us on time and getting the trucks done. Patent Engines, Rancho Drivetrain, Ultra Wheels, Checkers, of course, and just my race team and my crew. They're so awesome. We probably spend about half the money and have half the guys down there to do this, and we came up pretty dang close, so we're really stoked on that. I just want to thank my co-driver, Costa, for doing all the prepping and getting every race done. My buddy Ray, who drove half the races with me, he actually drove the 400 because I had a family emergency, so this is a big part of his too. And I also want to thank Dustin Grabowski. He helped me at the 1,000 to wrap this all up. So also, Score, Jose G, thank you so much for all you do. I know it's really hard to deal with everything, but I have one request. Please, for the love of God, don't qualify us in the sand in San Felipe. Thank you.
There you go, nice work out there. And in 2nd place was Dan McMillan. And who do we have accepting his award here?
Roger Pereira. Obviously, I'm not Dan McMillan, so I'm up here accepting the award on his behalf. I can't come up with the witty one-liners he comes up with, so the best I could do tonight was this jacket. But on an all serious note, though, this wouldn't be accomplished without the team, without the hard work of the entire team. So all I want to leave with you guys today is that it's 2023, and 23 is coming.
Now the man of the hour. He is one of only 3 people to ever win 3 Baja 1000s in a row, and this is his 2nd Score Trophy Truck Champion, and he is right now your current World Desert Championship in the Score Trophy Truck Division, Mr. Luke McMillan. Congrats.
Thank you. Does this mic work? Does this mic work? Perfect. I thought about giving a quick, short speech, but at this point, no. I wrote up 7 pages, and it's going to be a long speech, but I feel like I owe it to my team. I get on top of the podium, and I make it quick, and I make it short and sweet and stuff, but if you're still listening tonight, that means you actually care. And like I said, it's not going to be short and sweet, but we're coming up twice, hopefully for that big dog up there. And Road Dog made it quick for my brother. So here goes a big one for my team, and we're going for it. I want to thank Score International for putting on such a great race season. This is a really special night for our entire team. This is my 4th class championship, but our first ever overall Score championship over all the vehicles. From Score, I want to thank Jose G and Juan Titos and their team for putting on such great race events. Their race courses and race format are second to none. As usual, Duncan, you are distracting me. Jesus. Jose and Juan, thank you. I want to thank Dominic Clark from Score and his team for such great press releases, and I'm serious. I wrote this speech before tonight, Dominic. As much as I love the sport, to be honest with you, I don't read much about it anymore. I enjoy being in the race shop and reading about the race car dynamics, not the keyboard racers. The emails I receive from Dominic are the only form of press that I enjoy reading. I oftentimes scroll straight to the bottom to check on the stats, where you can often find the information such as who's won the most Baja races, who's won the most overall Baja 1000s, and who's won the Triple Crown. I see you, Tavo. If you haven't scrolled down far enough, the bottom of his emails are quite honestly the record books to our entire sport. Those are the stats and the history that only Baja Racing has to offer, and they drive me to do what I do. I don't race for the thrill of it, and I don't race for the joy of it. I race to win. I fell in love with off-road racing at a very young age. My dad is a 5-time Baja 1000 winner. We're not even close to done. I was the biggest fan and the biggest fan of the entire sport of off-road racing for my entire life. Between hearing about his domination in the 80s and being at the races from a very young age, I was obsessed. Racers, teams, and vehicles such as Rob McCachran, Robbie Gordon, Larry Ragland, Larry Roser, the Herps Truggy, Duralast, the PPI Toyota team, and the Vortec Trailblazers were my influence. By the time I was 6 or 7 years old, I could hear the first truck coming in the distance from a half a mile away. I could tell you who it was, what engine they were running, and likely the outcome of the race. As a kid, there was absolutely no feeling in the world like seeing the lights of the first truck bouncing off in the distance and hearing the roar of the first truck come by. It's what my life's all about. I want to thank my mom and dad for allowing me to do this and supporting me. They saw the love I had in the sport, and for that reason, they've supported me in every way possible to do what I love. Thank you. I know my mom is incredibly proud of us. Where's my mom? I know my mom is incredibly proud of us. Like her mom, she is incredibly competitive. A couple months back, she ran into Javi from Vidosla in an elevator in Las Vegas, and Javi texted me about how proud she was. I just laughed because I could only imagine how enthusiastic my mom was to tell him how proud she was of her boys, as if Javi didn't know. I want to thank my sister Macy and my brother Dan, who's a great teammate. He spends days and days with me pre-running. Oftentimes I drag him out to go look at a section for a third or fourth time, and in the end he never says no because he knows how bad I want it. But we all know he'd rather be on the golf course. Thank you, Dan, and congratulations to him and his accomplishments this year. It was a huge achievement by the team to go 1 and 2, first and second, in not only the Baja 1000 this year, but the Score Points Championship and Trophy Truck. I want to thank my wife, Jen. She shares the same desire to win as I do. I want to thank her for always being by my side. Next year, we are so excited to welcome our first baby girl in May. Jen has already planned Celine's first race and can't wait to bring her to the races. It'll be Vegas Torino just like her first race was. Jen is at every race taking times, and she's not there in the family van just cruising around the courses. No, she's there because she wants to be there. At home, she often sees me working on the race pit plan for hours and hours. And the one thing she'll chirp in on is, I want to be with Max and Kevin Croyer in the main chase truck so I know what the hell is actually going on. Kevin and Max are in for a treat because if she has it her way, it's going to be her, baby Celine, and Bree in the back of your chase truck. She cares like I do, and she supports me. I love you. We're at mile 200 at the 1,000, don't worry. 2022 was a great race season, and each one of those races were very individually meaningful to me, and I'd like to talk about each one of them. The San Felipe 250 last year. All the top competitors came out. The trophy truck count was huge. That race had a very different vibe to it. The 250 was a straight up grudge match between a handful of us drivers. It really was. It was an absolute war. They couldn't wait to knock us down after we went back to back at the Baja 1000, but they were in for a treat when we shut it down again with a San Felipe 250 full sprint win. Winning that race was the highlight. And then there was the Baja 500. It resulted in a 6th place finish, which is the worst result and the first time we were knocked off the podium in 3 whole years. But there was still a highlight to take away from that race, and that was the fact that we were the fastest truck on course all damn day. We built over a 10-minute lead by race mile 180 before losing a steering box. Our team changed it, and we marched back through the pack, making a massive amount of time on the entire field. There is no doubt that we left the entire trophy truck field scratching their heads that day. And then we went to the Baja 400, and this is my favorite story. Sorry, this is going to be a while. At 10 p.m. The night before qualifying, my wife shared, 10 p.m. the night before qualifying, my wife shared the news with me that she was pregnant and we were expecting our first baby. All racing was off my mind, maybe for the first time ever in my life. We didn't tell anyone that we were having a baby. We didn't tell anyone she was pregnant. And maybe the best cover-up was the performance we gave the next day at qualifying. When we were getting ready to head out for practice lap, right? Duncan called into the people taking times. It was Roger Lopez, my dad, and Jen. He said, time our practice lap. All right, it was just our practice lap. We went out, we practiced. Day goes on, and the top competitors had ran their laps. They did good, you know, this, that, other. We didn't ask who was fastest time or anything like that. But about 3 minutes before we took off the green flag, Duncan called back to that timing tower and said, hey, how's times look? And we got the word that our practice lap was 3 seconds off the top qualifier, Bryce Menzies. You should have seen the smile behind my helmet. Much to my wife's treat, she saw us launch off the first jump at 108 miles an hour, hundreds of feet in the air, like nothing had changed. We had business to do that day. We went on to we went on to dominate qualifying, and we won by 7 to 9 seconds. That 24 hours from learning I had a baby to dominating qualifying was a highlight of that race, no doubt, and a highlight of my life. And then there was the Baja 1000. The race that mattered to, I'm going to read this one straight off because I'm going to get emotional. The race that mattered to me the most. We had won the Baja 1000 the last 2 years, back to back. After winning our first Baja 1000 in 2019, the pressure was off just a little bit for the second win. I remember the pressure I had on myself to at least get my first overall Baja win. The pressure was immense. If I didn't have my first Baja win, I was nowhere close to reaching my goal of getting in the record books. 3 years ago, before our first Baja 1000 win, I remember telling my good friend Garrett and Maddie, I have to win this race. We were at the river, and I said, I have to win this race. And he tried to explain to me the amount of pressure I was putting on myself, and I said, yeah, it's this way or the highway. It had been a main focus and a goal of mine my entire life, and I felt robbed of it the previous 3 years when we were leading and broke. That same feeling that I had to win this race came back when we went for the three-peat. I knew the stats and the history behind it. I knew who had gone back to back, and I knew the very small list of who had done it 3 times in a row, and I knew I had to get on that list. I don't know where I'm at. That was the first time I had the opportunity to get in the mix of who was the best and to rock the record books. It was incredibly special winning the Baja 1000 for the third consecutive year in a row, which has only ever been done by Rob McCachran, Larry Ragland, and now McMillan Racing. Thank you to my teammate Rob Mack. It would be weird to say something like good job driving or great job behind the wheel. That's obvious. But I do want to thank him for being a great friend and his dedication to winning, and that's why he's my teammate. Of course, with him winning, it bumps him to 6 Baja 1000s overall, which kind of seems like a wash, but at the same time, he deserves it. Doing that and winning another championship would not have been possible without my team. I'm at like 5 minutes or 15. I'm going. I want to thank Chris Cortez, who's been a part of this my whole life. He's been a part of this team since the day I was born, and he does a lot with the support equipment, and he's one badass pit boss. Joe Powers for dealing with a lot of the shit, and when I say that, I mean that quite literally at the Baja 400 when he fixed the motorhome toilets while I went out pre-running. Gil, I want to thank you for so much. As the saying goes, there were some big shoes to fill at the shop when we hired him. But he didn't just fill those shoes, he exceeded my expectations. He is a very talented person in the race shop, and his vast knowledge is greatly appreciated. I'm very lucky to have you in our team. Thank you for working with Max and I so well. Rogelio, great job on the 23 truck. Thank you for sticking with our team when I needed you the most. The 23 truck was faster than ever last year, and I credit you. There you are. Your son looks just like you. Try again next year. Skyler, oh shit. He's a jack of all trades. From mounting tires to going pre-running, Skyler is very smart and a great help. There he is. Jeff, the main prep guy on the 83 truck last year. He came in from outside this industry and was thrown in the deep end. He was immediately tasked to prep the all-wheel drive 83, and he 100% did not sink. Jeff prepped the back-to-back Baja 1000 winning truck, and I'm thankful that he has thick skin because he's come a long way and does a great job. Prepping my truck isn't the easiest thing because I'm quite a perfectionist on it. And then the next person I want to thank is Ramses. He doesn't just show up to be there. He shows up because he wants to win. He has the same love for the sport that I do. I want to thank Karen Sanchez, who's down here, who's like a second mom to everyone at the race shop and does a great job. Her diligence is second to none. Nothing gets past her. Misplace a single credit card receipt and you will find out. Jason Ledesma, who does a great job on the pre-runners, which is often overlooked. But without the way you prepare a pre-runner and support us down in Baja, spending the time down there would not be possible. It's the time that it takes to go out there and win. The time it takes to pre-run is what it takes to win, and you never left us stopped. Without your help and without your prep, it wouldn't be possible. Roger Lopez, my father-in-law, for supporting me no matter what. It's been a huge relief having him at the shop, as he oftentimes takes on the tasks that I simply don't have the patience for. True, people. He wants to win as bad as I do, and he'll do whatever it takes. My best friend, Duncan, and my co-writer, Duncan, who has such a great attitude and does such a great job in the right seat. His amount of energy, dedication is seriously immeasurable and unbelievable. Duncan spends hours perfecting the GPS. A 20-hour day for 10 days in a row is not unusual for Duncan. Seriously. There's absolutely never a question about the amount of effort Duncan is going to put in. It's 100% all the time. Bree, thank you for letting me take him from you. The only time I got choked up and I wasn't sure what to write in this speech, I sat at my desk today and I wasn't sure what to write. That's from my friend Max, a talented engineer, mentor, and great friend. Together, we have built the foundation of how our race shop and how our race team operates. Sorry, here I go. Starting to sound like you. Some people may not like it, but the proof is on the podium. The winning formula you and I have put together is straight up unbeatable. And Max, I know what you're thinking right now. It's not unbeatable because we lost twice this year. Well, we think a lot alike. I guess we'll just have to try again next year. Each one of our Baja 1000 wins were very special and a unique team effort. I had a different team each one of those years we won the last 3 years. But when it comes to the three-peat of that Baja 1000, I would like to take this moment to acknowledge and dedicate that specific three-peat to my friend Max Cromanhook. Without you, it simply would not have been possible. Oh, shit. Lost my wedding ring. All right, we're mile 800, last page. It's going to be quick. Croyer Racing Engines, their dedication matches ours. The Croyer Racing team has been a part of our trophy truck program since I took it over in 2014. I'm incredibly thankful to have them be a part of our team and want to congratulate them on winning what I believe to be 10 of the last 14 Baja 1000s. Congratulations and thank you, Kevin Croyer, your entire team. Your dedication is unmatched, and I'm very appreciative. I also want to quickly thank our partners, 4 Wheel Parts, Method Race Wheels, BF Goodrich, VP Fuels, Maxima Race Oils, SDG, Fox, CBR, Baja Designs. And although it may sound cliche, the fact is we don't use these partners because they're our sponsors. We use them because they're the best. Don't believe me? Well, take your blinders off. I told all of them, if you want a social media guy, it's not me. But if you want a team to go win the Baja 1000, well, we're a pretty damn good bet. Even with winning, there's highs and lows of running a race team. There's definitely a lot of frustrating days. But the thing that keeps me going is the results and the belief and proof that we are doing it the right way. My love for racing has taught me a lot and built the never give up work ethic that I have today. In closing, I'm almost done. In closing, since we're always looking forward, I'd like to talk about the 2023 race season. But the main talking point about next year and the questions I've gotten tonight seem to be based around the 50th anniversary Baja 1000. So I figured I would share a couple thoughts on that. To be honest, and maybe this is just my brass attitude, I don't care that it's the 50th anniversary. I don't care that it's running northbound. It's the fucking Baja 1000, and we want to win. Thank you again to all of my team and all their wives and all of the families and everyone who supports us. I know I'm crazy over this, but the results are showing it, and let's do it again. Thank you.
That was epic. Congratulations again, Luke. We'll see you guys in San Felipe, no doubt about it. They are coming back with a vengeance for another win. Now we're going to move into the finale, our 2022 Score Overall Point Champion. And that's these huge awards down here. And our 2022 Score Overall Truck Champion is Luke McMillan. Don't go far, Luke. He pretty much summed it all up and talked about Rob Mack teaming up with him. He won him the championship, so I don't know. I can't read it backwards.
All right, now in Spanish. Just kidding. Thank you, guys. This is awesome. This is the award we wanted to take home tonight, along with the championship and the Baja 1000 and the three-peat. We want to get it in the record books. That's why we're here. We're not here to win a popularity contest. We're here to win races. Thank you all.
Well, Luke, I think you just won both, buddy. Great work.
Well, as Rat said, we're into the overall. That was the open wheel overall. Now we got the Score Overall UTV. That's going to be Matt Burrows from Norco, California. He drove with Zachary Burrows, Bradley Howe in his Pro UTV FI forced induction Can-Am X3. San Felipe, he was 4th, 509th. 4th in place, and 4th place in the 1,000. So, Matt?
Want to thank all our partners and sponsors that have been with us many years and are a big, huge factor in our success. Monster Energy, of course, Can-Am, System 3 Tires, Boxo Tools, Baja Designs lights, lighting up the night for us. Cognito Motorsports, iBox Springs, Torco Oils. I've been with Torco Oils since my beginning of my factory Husqvarna days on a motorcycle. So over 30 years with Torco Oils. Seal Savers, Impact helmets and race suits, Evo Power Sports, Factory UTV, Fuel Safe fuel cells, Fox Shocks, OMF Performance wheels, Pro Eagle jacks, Rock Blocks guards, Summers Brothers axles, Zollinger knuckles, G-Boost belts, and Savage UTV cases. Thank you.
Should have went out with Monster Mass. And now it's the overall motorcycle. Oh, your overall motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, get his award.
Now we're going to go into our SCORE Overall Motorcycle Award. Out of Oak Hills, California, he took home third place, Brandon Wright. I know Brandon didn't go anywhere. Okay, it looks like he did go home there. Oh, come on down. I didn't think you would go anywhere. Oh, he's styling and smiling. He's got his hat on, ready to rock and roll. Oh, you don't even know what you won? You won overall motorcycle points, so you had the most points in across all the motorcycle classes. And look at that award. That tops your other one right there.
That's a good one.
Congrats, Brandon.
This thing's heavy. Wow, thank you guys. I mean, man, it was a good night. Thank you to Jeff Hill again, Baja Bound Insurance, the guy has helped so many people in the industry. Thank you to Ryan Liebelt, Justin Schultz, Eagle Roofing Company, IMS, my family. Thank you guys so much. It's been a great night, and it's been an honor to be here. Thank you.
That's it. What? Motorcycle.